Mic check, mic check. What's going on, Realm? Talk to me. My man Hustle up in there early. Stitch, what's going on, brother? I see you. Yeah, Cog around, Cog's here. What's going on, man? Flame, it's my easy. Cowboys fan, what's going on? Talk to me. Let me know how the levels is going on. Six Lay, I see you, brother. What's going on? Thank you, brother. Thank you, Hustle. Doobie, what's up? Thomas Whitaker, chill out, bro. It ain't that serious. Pick on Fusion, what's going on, man? Sorry, Lords, we had to change it up last minute. Well, not really change anything up. We're going back to our normal time. We were trying to give Assemble some time because he thought he might have to get the kids. But he is good. We're going to be back on track for the normal 1 p.m. Eastern. K Asante, Feed the Wolves. K Asante, I seen that. I like that. That gator, that neck gator was looking right, looking crispy. Hustle, that neck gator was looking right. The wolves was being fed. I see you. Double TJ, what's up, man? Yeah, man. Sean Zhu, what's up? What's up? Good to see you. Spider, you know what I mean? Soy tu mangs. I think that's how we say it. Abel asking? Okay. You know what I'm saying? LordCognito, what's up, man? So, yeah, we're going to get Assemble in here. I think he's got limited time, but we'll still rock out. We still got the topics and stuff. And then the King and everybody else gonna be pulling up. You already know Attic is here. Talk to him. I guess, I don't know. Attic might be in the bushes. He's still setting up. But yeah. Yeah, Echo. Yeah, Echo for me. Advanced Gamer, let me know. Because everybody else said my audio was okay. Q-Tan Clan, what's up? Let me know if I got an echo. I need to confirm or deny. You know what I'm saying? Cog IT, is that serious when you block folks, see the constant arguing, say something about it, and mods come after you? Nah, we're not coming after you. We just saying in general, if someone's saying something, you don't have to go at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as they don't direct it to you, that's all. That's what we saying. We ain't trying to go at the people. If people trolling, we don't care. Like, as long as people ain't disrespectful on a personal level, that's where we get crazy. Because it's like, just ignore the person. You already know what the person's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Thank you about the no echo, y'all. No, that's it. Nobody trying to attack the loyal fan base, sick. But I hear your point. We would try to do a better job about it so we don't feel like we're attacking the people, attacking the trolls, if you get what I'm saying. So anyway, thank you for that feedback. I do appreciate it. We're going to be started soon. Let me get Assemble in here, and the rest of the Lords will pull up. But I'll see y'all in a minute. Should be a fun show, y'all.
Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't want to be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they want to compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. Let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I want to do.
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm just some super
Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't want to be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they want to compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. Let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I want to do.
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm just
Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't want to be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they want to compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. Let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I want to do.
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm just
Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So, look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't want to be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they want to compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got nah, let's switch that up.
What is you
What I
doing?
wanna do
Don't
is-
stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm just
Keep
super
that
nasty.
going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gonna hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. I'ma just chill and watch them and eat snacks in the attic. I wanted to chill with the pack and be like a young whoop, but then they would mistake me for addict. If I can imagine it's cool to give you some advice, then invite your girl to your squadron. Cause if you don't give her that option, you gon' be single player like Sovereign. You gon' get tossed in the bushes by King David. Royalty and not a pretender. Detrimental to an elemental, what's an avatar to a knee bender? I gotta be me though. I know it's my destiny, work to Cognito. Who cares if you fly, if you still a mosquito? You swear you ain't stuntin', but really be Steve-O. You like to collect stuff and that's cool, but I got bad news. Even if you really was that dude, King David still be the king of the statues. Since a juvenile, I've been cursed with a curse to be musical. And if you hate it, we'll meet in the crucible. Other than that, then it's cool and it's beautiful. We let you know that your dreams are pursuable. Whatever you wanna do, then it's doable. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable. Cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day. Woo. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable. Cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day.
All right. Hear ye, and we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords podcast, and also live on lordsofgaming.net, episode number 201. It is another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. I'm very excited about our very special guest, and we've got the Xbox March event, Sony buying Evo, and SquareEnixPresents to discuss, so we're going to get right into it. I want to introduce a Lord whose content was first brought to my attention by our late Lognet brother, Lord Dizzy. Not only does Lord combine the genres of multi-platform gaming, movies, and collecting, but is truly an ambassador for mental health and positive community building. Introducing the creator and host of the Assemble YouTube channel and host of the Assemble Show podcast, the Lord of weekly nerdy content and drunken cigar story time about the MCU. Oh, you got the cigar. That's what I'm talking about. Live from the 6th and kind enough to make his debut at the Realm of the Lords. My man, Lord Matt, a.k.a. Lord Assemble. How we doing, sir?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. That is the biggest intro I've ever received on anything. I don't get that when I come home at the end of the day. Honey, I'm home. She's like, do the dishes. Do the dishes, boy.
No doubt, man.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for having me, guys. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here and talk all things Xbox and everything going on in the gaming realm right now. It's awesome.
Absolutely, man. Like, you're a Lord at what you do, and I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to my brother, Lord Dizzy, because he was the one that actually found your content and he brought it to my attention. And I was like, look, I got to make it happen. I know me and you been in communication for some time trying to make it happen, and it was on the Lord's fault because we had so many reschedules to do. But I'm glad we are able to get it done. So salute to Busy. But anyway, man, what have you been playing, brother? Any games you've been playing recently?
Right now it's Marvel's Avengers. So because of all of the updates and everything, go figure. I am covering that a ton. So like I just did even on the channel, I just did yesterday the Hawkeye DLC review. And I got through that. I had some thoughts on that, how that played out, but Avengers has taken over and will for like probably the next month.
Nice.
Outside of that, but I like on the Xbox side, it's been dabbling into Bethesda and the catalog that's come out, and looking at Dishonored, going back and playing Doom, like just getting my feet wet with a lot of stuff. So on the Xbox side, it's been a lot of Bethesda right now.
How do you like the Avengers game? Because I have it, and I've been reluctant to go back right now. Like you said, playing the Bethesda stuff. By the way, love your background. You already know that I'm having an eyegasm.
Statue game.
Yeah, exactly. But how is it? Besides all the hoopla, because everybody wants to give the hoopla. What's your real assessment of the updates in the game so far?
I think the next gen updates, if you have a Series X or PS5, I played on my PS5 and it's very welcomed. I think it's very balanced. The load times are quick, like 5 seconds to load from loading up the game to going. Right. Like you're within seconds now instead of 35 seconds in an elevator.
Right.
So the load times being cut down dramatically changes the pacing of the game.
Right.
Having the extra textures, having the gameplay smoother, better frame rates at 60 FPS if you want it.
Right.
All those things are good quality of life. The downside right now is the DLC for me. The Hawkeye DLC did not land for me.
That's what Kaibatsu told me. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, it didn't do enough.
Right.
And I think enough people have given feedback over the weekend too. They're like, I thought it was fine. And I'm like,
I don't really watch people's stuff, but I like, because I really like to eat my own food. But the fact that I do have it, and then I do have you here, is it a worthwhile checkout?
Yes, because if you haven't played it and you're looking, I'd say the campaign, especially now with all the updates, that's worth your time. Because you can get a nice Avengers story that's solid. Kamala is a solid character.
Yes.
That's worth your time. And then go and dabble into the online after. But I think that when you got it right now sitting there, you got all the updates and everything, it's worth your while to at least jump in and be like, all right, I'll go through the single player campaign.
I ended the single player campaign. I did that stuff. I did it when it was broken.
Me too.
So now when it's fixed, I want to go in there and do the Maestro stuff. I'm a huge Hawk fan, so
no doubt.
It's okay.
No doubt. I gotta jump in myself. And you already know we got the 4 horsemen of gaming, those original lords of the realm here at the round table with those time-sensitive intros because Assemble has limited time. Lord Addict, hope he's there. My co-host with the co-most, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, lord of his own world, and the how of the young wolf. With his mic muted, if he's still there, my man, Lord Addict. He's in the bushes.
Oh, man.
You look like he stepped away quickly, so hopefully he'll be back. Wait, what's up, man? KSI, what's up? And of course, we have our most technical gaming lord, the solo game on this with a single-player selfish experience, and also the Sostradamus, the Lord of Clarity, and Lord Patreon of the Iron Bank. My man, Lord Sovereign, how we doing, sir?
I'm doing well until Addict decides to jump in on my intro when he comes back in.
Yeah.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. The sun's out, getting a little warmer. Yeah. Just get rid of the winter blues a little bit. That's
I feel you, man. Anything you've been playing, sir?
Yeah. So I didn't get a chance. I wanted to jump into Avengers because I didn't play it when it first came out, and I said, all right, let me just wait for these updates to come. And I was gonna play yesterday, and of course that didn't happen. So the little time that I did have, I sat down and started messing with FPS boost games and going back to. So I threw on that Dishonored.
Okay.
Oh, brother.
What we doing? What's it looking out? How's it looking out here?
Listen, man, that game was always about kinetic movement, like especially once you get your blink ability and you're able to move from enemy to enemy to enemy, and it at 60, oh my lord,
it's different.
It is something else. That game, I can't say it enough. If you never played Dishonored, play that game. That game is made for you to break it. And when you do break it, Oh my god, that those games are amazing. So I played that. I messed around a little bit with Fallout 4. I had to turn off because I had turned on the whatchamacallit, the mod 60 FPS, right?
Oh, right.
When you do that, you don't get achievements anymore. So I turned that off, turn on the FPS boost, and very nice. Very nice. So
shout out to bottom of the team.
Besides that, I watched the first hour and a half of Justice League.
Hearing good things. Assemble was happy.
I'm hearing. Listen. I've only watched an hour and a half. In that hour and a half, I've seen so much new footage. And if you hear what Zack Snyder said, he's like, "Yeah, they told me not to film anymore, and I didn't listen." So, it is a lot of new footage. And what it does is it gives that movie and those characters context for what they're doing and backstories that make you care about them in a way that, again, Justice League as a concept, because they weren't going the MCU route, was always going to be a hard sell because you weren't going to be as in love with these characters as and intimate with these characters as the MCU ones, just because of how they chose to do it. This is the closest we're ever going to get to that, and I think it. Listen, love Zack Snyder or hate him. A lot of he's not subtle about anything. He's just as subtle as a hammer over the head. But this movie needed that. It needed you to be able to move from point to point to point to point and show you why these characters are even involved in conflict and why it matters. And I think what I've seen so far, great job. Like really great job.
They did such a great job, not to spoil a thing, but the amount of character development in that movie is amazing. And I think that was my biggest takeaway is you actually get to learn more about Flash. You get to learn about Wonder Woman is just handled better.
Perfectly.
Much better.
Yeah. Like when I get to my segment, I'll get it. I just don't want to jump in the segment. I know you time sensitive.
So that was it. I've only seen an hour and a half. I'm excited to see the rest because I said I've seen a lot of new footage, so I don't really. The rest of the movie, I can't imagine what's in there. So I'm excited to see the rest.
No doubt. Salute. Yo, real quick, shout out to Mass. I want to say.
I remember.
Mass third count. I don't know.
It looked like he tried to substitute the threes for an E, but I don't want to say the word.
That's
what it looked like, right?
Mass. I mean, come on.
All right, but we gotta welcome him, Mass Erect.
Well,
welcome to the realm.
Mass Erect to the realm. Along with dildo gagging.
Yes, and all the other trolls.
God bless.
We love y'all. Did
we
you
love
get
y'all.
the other super chats before that? Did you get Cat Daddy?
No, please get it.
Okay. So we got Cat Daddy Lurk with the $5 super chat.
Woo!
Steaks on the grill, Iron Lords in the speakers. What a Sunday.
You already know, Cat Daddy. What's up, brother?
Yes, sir. Then we have Flame, $5 super chat. Hear ye. The acquisition of Evo makes sense for PlayStation fans since they're stuck watching others play games since there's nothing to play.
True shame the devil.
Wow.
Messy. Oh, wow.
Wow.
We got more.
We got Smitty Smith, $20 super chat. Salute ILP, LogNet, Lord Addict Show, and of course, the last word.
Salute, bro.
I just wanted to say thank you for your time and your effort, and I have tremendous respect and mad love for y'all.
Yo.
And shout out to the moderators in chat. Thank you, brother.
Salute, Smitty, man.
Smitty Smith, my dude.
That's our dude, man.
You forgot KOS, but I understand.
You forgot my show.
But I'm working here. Thank you.
Stupid. Anyway, that's been it, sir.
Yeah, that's been it.
No doubt. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the Excess Gamer.
Ooh.
The prophet of Xbox. King of the statues, who demands nothing less than that premium experience. It is the leader of the Fraud Alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King. How are we doing, sir?
Y'all ready for next Sunday? This Sunday is crazy.
Woo!
See what Assemble has going on in the background? When he jumped in, I swear, I fanboyed out, geeked out really quickly off air. I love anybody that sits there and take time out and they display. And he has meticulously assembled each cube to tell a story. And I know he was telling a story in his head, and he want that visual to hit you, and it did. And I do appreciate your time and your effort, sir.
The comic box, the Spider-Man comic box.
Yes.
Flips. It's two-sided. It's Carnage on the other side.
Really?
Wow. See, all the stuff up here is placeholders because I was tired. Half of the stuff inside these cubes is placeholders. The only ones that aren't placeholders is the Dr. Doom cell It's not a placeholder. The Kingpin cell, I'm waiting for my XM Daredevil to come in. He's gonna slide on the side of him because I feel Daredevil and Kingpin are more akin than Spider-Man and
Agreed.
Kingpin. So I have the Hobgoblin in there because he had a role in the Hobgoblin with Spider-Man.
Hold on,
and that's
real
my
quick.
favorite Spider-Man suit.
Hold on, real quick, because Smitty Smith wanted to correct his error. He said, "I didn't forget Kanye West." $5 super chat. I wanted to give you your own super chat. The Book of X.
Oh, Smitty Smith. That's
Show
my
love.
man.
All right,
He always shows love.
Facts.
Okay, so just really quickly, it's time sensitive. On DCX, I expounded on Justice League's Snyder Cut. You guys know I don't like his views on heroes. I don't like his views on heroes and humanity as a whole. He has a very dark outlook on it, and I understand life things that happen to you in life changes your views on things, and I truly get it. And he wants them grounded in a manner that makes sense to this world. But I don't come from this world how we live it now. I come from the comic book world, and everything is sunshine, rainbows, and you have some bad stuff that go on. Now, I can never go back. I watched the Josh Whedon cut after I watched the Snyder cut. Yeah, I did 8 hours of movies. Yeah, whatever. And I'm going to go back and watch the Snyder cut because it's that damn good. I give it an 8.9. I think he did his thing, and it's that good because he has a clear vision from point A to point B. It's not a Franken movie. Josh Whedon, for both of those individuals, that was a low point because neither one of them got credit, but both of them got blamed.
Right.
You understand? So, and I think WB gets blamed because if Josh Whedon would have had his own Justice League movie, it would have been a better movie, and we got Zack Snyder's complete view of the Justice League. Be it this, I thought the character development, like my co-host here explained, was phenomenal. We didn't get that before. I saw the powers of the superheroes, which was on display. Wonder Woman was done in a manner that was great. That one scene that you had with her was fleshed out and was done perfectly, so you can see things better. Now, his overuse of slow motion, people complain about his overuse of slow motion, but I say
you're so stupid.
Exactly, right? But for the Flash, you got to do it. For Superman, you have to do it. He let Wonder Woman be herself in that one scene, and you saw how blazingly fast she was. Yeah. And it was just like, wow, I had to rewind it again because he gave me what I wanted from Wonder Woman. The Flash, he fixed the run. My biggest problem with the Flash was the run.
You know what's funny? Kai Batsu hates the run. I heard them talking about it last night.
The reason why
run is weird.
The run in the first one was a feminine, right? And it's not atypical of that character to have that type of run. So now, because he runs straight up, right? So when he's throwing his arms like this, it will put a Flash fan off, right? Zach fixed it, right? And Zach gave more context to him to show that he isn't as experienced as the others.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So now you can say, oh, I get it. He's not just a joke. Batman is Batman. He is the baddest dude in the land, right? I mean, Superman comes and does his thing, but Batman is the dude because he singly can take down every last one of them. So thank God he's actually really good, and he's not the butt of every joke that Josh Whedon did. I think he hates Batman, and he made Batman the butt of every joke. But Superman comes up and everything is great. The movie is fantastic, and it's his vision, and I'm happy that the internet won. All you guys that fought for this, all you guys that wanted this, all you guys that would not accept that first movie, your voices was heard. This is the games I've been playing. Rage 2. It's Cog, you muted.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Rage 2. I can't. It's the most amazing thing I've seen. Really? I'm like, I played it before. I was like, and I went back in it. I said, oh my God. I said, this X is crazy. I said, oh, I'm stuck playing it. If you could pull me from Destiny, I'm stuck playing it. Yes, I have every Bethesda game. Yes, I paid for these games. I know you're saying Game Pass stops now. You know, all these games already came out. Listen, my son didn't get a chance to play these games. This stuff that was released is for people that missed out on certain games that didn't have these games, and it's for people that are new. All right, and if you do have these games, they have something for you. It's called boost mode. So all of the haters on the Game Pass, no, stop it. But this Rage 2, please put the field of vision up. Oh my God, the world is so huge, so colorful, so bright, so beautiful. We had boxing yesterday, and I'm playing Destiny. Getting my butt kicked in Trials. I saw you playing Trials last night. I wanted to jump in there. Sinister, can I finish my card? Can I please get to the lighthouse?
Yeah, we gotta get. It was a rough night. It was a rough night.
Yes.
Attic, you back, sir? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay, cool. I did your intro. What was you playing? Anything good this week besides Outer Worlds?
Pretty much just been playing the Outer Worlds like all week. I think because I started a new character. Yeah. Because when I played the original one, like I liked it, but I knew like you know I've been saying it like over and over again. They dropped that 60 frames.
60, baby.
Like,
60 hit different. Yeah.
And now you know I'm already level 20 again.
Okay.
So, you know, it's definitely been and I'm completely going with like a different build than I did last time.
Nice. So that's pretty much it, right?
Oh, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Sorry.
Yeah, you know, Snyder's Cut. Like the only thing that I can really
spoilers because Delilah, she's throwing up the time on us, man. Quick.
Don't worry.
She like spoilers. Oh my God, I'm muted this segment. You guys are doing the most.
No, I didn't say anything.
She mad at you.
I'm not gonna say anything like that. But like, the only thing I can say is like, I think one of the reasons that you see this movie being a lot more good reception is just because. Like, I'm sure the original director didn't have 4 hours like that. Yeah. That's a lot of time. Like when you don't do stuff efficient like Marvel does, and you want to jump 5 years, 6 years, and you don't want to show this movie to explain this dude and this movie to explain this dude, and you want one movie to explain all the dudes. Like for every hero that you introduce into a random movie. That's like 30 minutes of backstory. Yeah. And they had like 3 of them.
No, they did. I mean, to solve point.
Like, and it's like I said, like, you know, if you introduce Flash in a different movie, you introduce, well, who else? There was a couple of them. But you get what I'm saying? Like, if they would have had their own movies.
Cyborg.
Cyborg. Beautiful you could have took those segments of that backstory out of the Justice League, and you could have replaced it with, you know, substance to the main story, but they couldn't do that. And I think that's the reason that, you know, Zach had more to work with because he had way more time. Like the original one was like not even 2 hours long.
I think this is the only context that we get a movie of this length like that. Like, so
I think it's gonna happen more.
Time. This Assemble is on limited time. We are doing
I'll give you more.
Oh, okay. You sure? Okay, because I don't want to get you in trouble.
I'm having too much fun.
Wait a minute. He said, I don't want to get you in trouble. That means wife problems.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to save Lord Assemble's marriage.
Just let me say this right now. Yes. This and then we'll move on. Like, I think we'll see more movies like this kind of length because like they didn't have to worry about the movies. Like that's one of the reasons, because the movies pressed them. Like we don't want this being 4 hours long. We're trying to show 8 showings in one day. Like,
no, I get it. I see what you're saying. For sure.
I thought the last thing on Justice League.
The Justice League podcast with the Lord
is amazing. The one thing that on that point of timing, and you're right, the theaters. Yes. I think have a little more control over like, hey, we got to show this in 8 different showings and all this time. We can't do this time because you put it on HBO. The idea behind time for a movie is irrelevant because now the viewer can sit there and go, I'll watch an hour and a half. I'll watch 4 hours straight. I'll watch it again. I'll watch 20 minutes. Now you are not beholden to time. So now if they want to do it again based on the success of it, and HBO will go, look, we're making gobs of money. You got to do more. You got to do more. Now a director has to say, I don't need a formula. I could do a 45-minute epilogue.
Right.
Again, you know, just a little bite size, or I can make a 6-hour miniseries. So I think it could change the game. I don't see how they don't go back to it and say, We need more.
They could have changed those chapters to be individual episodes and made it a miniseries.
Exactly, and I think that was a thing.
That was a plan, but they were
right. You see it, and when I saw Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I love Marvel coming out swinging hard. Pause. No, they really. I was afraid for certain things, and we know Disney's not going to show blood. Right. But this thing went in from the moment, because Wanda and the Vision, WandaVision, that was a little soft-handed, and people was put off by a couple episodes and said, "I see it as an entirety." And by the time it got to the last episode,
episode, I was like, "I want more."
Right,
but it's over.
But the Falcon and the Winter Soldier from the bell comes out swinging, like really fantastic stuff. So we're getting all the stuff that we want for being imprisoned in home pretty much right now.
Yeah, this is great stuff. You can hear it, Cog's voice out. He's like, "Stop it!"
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, all right.
No. It's just listen.
At that. We could talk about UFC for 40 minutes.
No, I'm just saying. I was respecting our guests. So until our guests with the stuff, I know. So I relaxed myself.
But he's in on it.
I'm gonna put this out there real quick, Cog. Since everybody's still at home, movie theaters are kind of not a thing yet. We need to revisit Roundtable.
R&R with the Lords. We need to do that. Yeah, we need to revisit. It's at the point
because now we can all do it.
Because now we can all do it. No, you're right. Absolutely. R&R will come back, and we spent a lot for the intro. We need to use it. Thank you. So can you get the super chat set?
Oh, yes, we have a few. We got 108 Dragons with the $5 super chat. Good afternoon, Lords. The Zack Snyder cut gave each character the proper time they deserved, whereas the previous movie was just rushed. Awesome movie now. Facts. That's true. No doubt. Then we got middle-aged game guy with the $5 super chat.
I like that.
Last week's podcast was so long, I just finished it, and it's Sunday. Sunday is the Lord's Day. You guys are all incredible. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We got the Snyder Cut podcast.
No doubt. Then we have a Phantom Kraken, $2 super chat. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Yeah, I wanted to see that happen.
Are we sure that's not Luca in disguise?
Yeah, it could be.
Could be.
Then we have Rob C with the $20 super chat, showing some love. Thanks, Lords, for making my Sunday. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Then we got Kea Santi, $5 super chat. Salute to the Lords. I'm a Marvel zombie, but I gotta say I love the Snyder cut. The Justice League only cut all of the.
Well, he had to shave him on his spelling.
Only cut all the POC watch back to back. It's blatant. If you do watch them back to back, it is sort of night and day. Yeah. Then we have 108 Dragons once again, $5 super chat. Can't wait for that 4K release. The original movie is in the bushes.
You know, when Zach was watching the original movie, he was probably like taking it. He had like his little. I'm sure he's seen it at one point. I'm talking about from it releasing till now.
No, he's never watched it.
I don't believe that one bit. That dude's capping. I don't believe that.
First, he had his own reel to watch his own stuff, and second, if you unceremoniously boot it from a project, disrespect it in a manner that he was disrespected after they begged him to do something, would you, if you're an architect, would you go past that building that they asked you to build? You hate that building.
You know what he did? He does what some of these gamers do when they play something that they be bashing. He appeared offline once. There ain't no way.
Yeah, he was probably lurking. He was probably
my man doesn't have integrity here. No, he has pride, integrity, and a huge ego, and he said hell to the no.
I'll feel that. What else you guys say?
Just to stick it to them, he torrents Justice League.
Then we have Cat Daddy with the $5 super chat. Wait a minute. Did Addict shave? Who is this imposter?
Yeah, Addict shave. Woo, it's Addict's World today. Put the Addict's World up, y'all.
I said the same thing.
I feel a little uncomfortable, man. There's too many people in this chat commenting on my beard, man.
Dude, this is a revelation,
man. They love it.
I'm gonna have to do this.
You got the extra testosterone. Let it grow, baby.
Let it go, baby. That's right. We're trying to get that demographic up. Let's go. Come on, man.
Bearded babies.
What else we got?
Baby Finster.
I'm done. What else we got, super chat, sir?
Then we got Black Rona with the $5 super chat. Shout out to the ILP crew and guest. Guess who got a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD for $320?
Salute.
Oh, with the stimmy, because I need more space for all these not games Xbox has.
Oh, damn.
Then we have Gerald Mack with the $10 super chat. Good morning, good afternoon for the East Coast Cat. Shout out to the Iron Lords. Another great show, another great guest. Was able to grab that little man from my little man Game Pass chill. No doubt. God bless, man, because they're tough to come by. That's for sure.
Consoles is hard to get.
Then we have John C. $5 super chat. Sent $5 to say Falcon and Winter Soldier was all content and no substance. Ooh.
That's a lot.
That's a shot. Shots fired.
Shots fired. I didn't say your opinion is a lie.
Yeah,
Your opinion.
Yo, you know what it is, and just
time. We gotta get going. It's 1:30, bro.
So angry. So mad.
I'm gonna respect your $5 and say this.
Jesus.
Sure. Sure, sir.
Sure. King, I'm downloading Rage 2 right now.
Yo, I can't listen. Hit me up and let me know what you think about it, and make sure you put the field of view up. You know,
no doubt.
Yeah, I didn't know they didn't really go into detail, but the Outer Worlds has a field of view now. Like they just talked about the 60 frames, but it's got a field of view now.
Because people don't understand that you can go change that now.
We have
a button.
We have Squirrely there, $2 super chat. Heads up, ILP. We're moving to the East Coast this June.
Pull up. Once the things get right, we gotta hang out with Squirrely. That's what's up.
No doubt. Leaving Canada, that's crazy.
That's right. Yellow Knife.
And we got Gerald Mack, $5 super chat, trying to hit that live Teespring. Need help. What's going on with
the link? You can't hit the link. The link's up, brother.
Yeah.
Hold on, I can put the link back in there if you can't hit it. But continue, son.
Then we got Stitch with the $5 super chat. King, can you tell your man Cog to stop capping for these watered down Switch ports, please? What did you cap for recently?
I don't know what.
That is an old beef. Like,
he don't like me talking anything about Switch. And then all of a sudden he a fake Tom Brady fan, but not a Buck fan. I don't know what's going on with Stitch. Stitch is in another world. He just gets this imaginary beef with me. Continue.
All right, we're caught up.
All right,
let's go.
Cool. All right,
let's get to this.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Let's go. And of course, you got the host Cognito. Just time on me, right? Look, man. Last word last night. Teaser Teddy. Ty got Travis. Hilarious show. Watched that. It was funny. Finished. Got some games finished. My second playthrough of Gears Tactics. Jack mode done. Outstanding. Please, if you haven't played it, play it. It's phenomenal. And then also Unto the End. Want to thank Lord Steven, and Sarah Danton. Finally finished that game. I love you. We had you on the show. It's in Game Pass right now, so I got shout out Game Pass. But you lied. That thing's a 2D Dark Souls game. That thing is not. I thought it was another world. I mean, it is atmospheric. But that thing is hard, and we're gonna talk about that. But I got my 100%, 1,000 the achievement, so I'm very proud of that. Yakuza Like a Dragon, getting back into that. That game is absolutely hilarious. Empire of Sin from our turn-based guys, funny 1920s gangster, Prohibition, Al Capone, all the fly. Check that out if you like turn-based. It's really good. It's in Game Pass as well. And I got to set up my Quest 2. I got to get that done this weekend because I got to get the VR, and me and King got to talk. So that's what I got. So now that the Lords have finally finished their Marvel versus DC discussion.
Like we need to talk more about it.
No, we don't. And we can now focus on...
How'd you feel about the Flash?
Oh, come on.
Time!
Run it like this.
Don't encourage them.
Like this.
Don't encourage them. Shout out to Smitty Smith.
I feel like the guest co-sign should be a go.
Welcome to the home of the 45-minute intro. Yes. Never ever change. Salute the Book of X. 45 minutes is really cutting us short.
That's cutting us short, man. For real.
Well, like 2-hour intros.
Salute, man. Sean Capri, good to see you, brother. ATL, thank you. Much appreciated. So now that we focus on that good stuff, let's focus back on Lord Assemble. His video game system history, his journey as a content creator, and of course, what led him to creating the amazing Assemble YouTube channel. So, Lord Assemble, let's start from the very beginning. What were some of the first video game systems you had, and what got you into gaming?
NES, classics, Mario, Zelda, then moving on to SNES. I never had Genesis, which is too bad. I know. It was a Nintendo house. So it was Mario, it was Star Fox. It was then all the wrestling games for
Yes.
N64.
What wrestling game specifically?
No Mercy.
No Mercy. WrestleMania 2000.
Oh, the GOATs. Oh, you mean the GOATs.
18.
Yes.
I mean, the GOAT is Revenge.
Attitude on the SNES.
Yes.
Was you there earlier during the? Are you just a WWE guy and you wasn't there during the NWO phase of those games?
WCW, NWO Revenge, and World Tour. Come on, N64. Let's go
Okay.
all day.
Okay.
Smashing
Okay.
chairs outside, no DQ all day long.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, okay. Continue.
Don't worry,
Mouth.
I was there with you.
Continue.
But yeah,
Black Mouth.
That's the
it's like all-
GameCube. That's the GameCube one. Not
Yeah,
the
but
you talking about
GameCube had the black mouth.
Yeah, I didn't like they wrestling. When they open their mouths, it was like a
When they
big
open their
soul.
mouth, they had the
It was like a black hole when they opened
Yeah.
it.
I remember that. Continue, Assemble. Continue.
Oh, then it just got up into PlayStation and stayed on the Sony side. I didn't get into Xbox on first gen, and I was late to 360 because I was just with Sony side the whole way through. And then I finally went back into the 360 era towards the end and picked one up, and then the Xbox One, the big giant VCR.
Oh yeah.
And I jumped in that day one, and then it's funny because now I have the PlayStation 5 and I'm lucky enough to have been able to pick those up.
Yeah, it's
The PS5 and the Series X. And right now I'm so much more into my Xbox. And it's not just because of, Bethesda and Game Pass. I enjoy the experience. I like my controller better. I don't know, it's just kind of my ecosystem. Like any of my third-party titles I'm playing there. And PS5 is like my, AAA Sony only.
Also, it's catching dust.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm waiting. I played Spider-Man a couple times.
No, me too.
I played my Spider-Man.
And then
I got my
it
Miles
was done.
Morales a couple times.
3 hours.
He said a couple of times.
Yeah, question.
But it has been turned off for about a month.
Question. All right. So, could you breeze past?
Yeah, he breezed through. Yeah.
I had to.
No,
Keep
it's
getting
cool.
shouted at time.
No. This is your time now.
This is yours. No, this
I
is
don't matter.
This is yours.
however you want to rock this time. This is your time. But a question. All right. So I know these consoles, these current generation consoles we have now, you have purchased them at launch.
Yes.
Now, what is your launch type history with your previous consoles? Because like earlier PlayStation, people think this is a new thing.
Yeah.
Like oh, we can't find consoles, and oh, it was hard to get. Were you a part of any launch parties or waiting on lines? Because we didn't get tickets back in the days. We just had to risk our lives.
Yep, facts.
And be out there and get
outside.
stuff.
Yeah.
Question,
Last gen for PS4, I waited outside. It was the night of launch. So I drove around to EB Games, looked at the lineup, went, nope. Then I went to Walmart where I'm like, okay, there's like the secluded Walmart. Like there's nobody out there. Like the locals are there. That's it.
Yeah.
I go out and I drove in and I got to like the front door and I was like, she's like, you looking for PlayStation? I was like, yeah. She goes, nah, we're at capacity. 90 people, done. Forget it. You can't come in the door. And I said, okay. I go home. I go to bed. I tell my wife I need to go get coffee at 6 a.m. And then I drive to, at the time, and outside of Toronto where I am, we had Target. Target was in Canada for like a year and a half.
Why are you talking?
Yeah, and then it failed and it bounced.
Oh, okay, I got you. Continue.
So we had Target. So I went to the Target. I was like, it was the only Target in the area. I'm like, let's see. I stood in line, and I crap you not, there was me and some other like 12-year-old.
Oh,
that
you
was
lucked
it.
out.
That was it.
Wow.
And I asked the guy, I was like, hey, do you have any? And he's like, yeah, we've got like 50 to 100.
Nice.
Oh, you at the gold mine spot.
Yeah, nobody knew. There's like 12 people waiting, so that was the
Y'all
extent
really don't
of
like
waiting
Target
in
in
line
Canada,
for a
huh?
console.
They like Walmart better.
Yeah, they don't like Target in Canada. Jay, what's going on in the 6, man?
Otherwise, it was all I just waited, and I don't remember. Yeah, EB for the PS3. I went to EB Games maybe a couple of weeks after it launched for the PS3, and I was able to walk in and get the console. So, yeah, on those sides, anyways, I didn't have much of the shortage, but I wasn't day one. Gotta get it.
Okay.
Until most recent.
Fair enough. Yeah, man, tremendous history with that. And just real quick, were you a handheld guy though? I'm trying to bring the handhelds back. Was it any handhelds? Any Game Boys snuck in there?
I mean, Game Boy.
Okay,
sure.
okay. Tetris?
I played Tetris and Mega Man.
Oh, see, Attic left as soon as you said Tetris. Continue. Yeah, he doesn't
Tetris
understand
Effect,
it.
by the way, is amazing.
Amazing
It's
game.
amazing.
Yes.
But yeah, Game Boy was probably my only exposure there until now with the Switch. And I think I had a Game Gear at some point. I remember getting one.
Okay.
Or I just had one.
And
It
last
was
question. I'm sorry.
Is there? No.
No, I was gonna say last question back because you said it was a Nintendo household, right?
Yes.
So my question was there any friends that had Genesis, or what? Like, what?
Yeah.
Was you aware? Like, what was going on?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has that. You're like, you got one, and you go to your buddy's house to go play the other one. So
Gotcha.
all my buddy, that's how it was. We had Mario Kart and Mario World and everything, and then I go over to my buddy's place to do all the Genesis games, and I'd be sitting there playing Mortal Kombat for the most part. Side. And then same thing when I got into Sony and to PlayStation, all my buddies had Xbox. So my exposure to Halo 1, going local LAN party where they're hooking up dual Xbox, OG Xboxes.
Yes.
That was my exposure to Halo until I got my 360, and I was like, then I went back and played a bit more. But I remember going to Blockbuster when I was a kid. I remember going to Blockbuster, and you could rent the consoles out. Little boys.
Yes.
You could rent your consoles for 2 days and big deposits, and it was terrifying. You're walking out with this rented box.
Yep.
And I rented the original Xbox and played Halo. And what's the racing game? That Project
Gotham Racing.
Yes. So I played those all weekend long and then returned it.
Nice. Salute, man. That's beautiful. Back to the days, remember, you can rent those systems, man.
Miss those.
Miss those
Blockbuster
days.
was popping.
Yes, it was.
I got a
huge
reference
thing.
for that later.
No doubt. Real quick, I want to shout out the anonymous one. I'll say the super chat. I know we missed a couple, but Gerald Mac, thank you. He probably got that snapback. I saw you, so the anonymous hat purchase was you.
God bless.
Yes, so I'm going to get those super chats for then we move on to the next thing.
We got Lord Mordecai with the £5 super chat. Time. Come on, guys. Cog needs to finish these intros.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Just trying to host. That's all I was trying to do.
Then we got Flame, $5 super chat. I'm doing this now. Hear ye, hear ye. Play Octopath Traveler on Game Pass when it hits Xbox to send Square a message, and Outriders 2, it's okay.
Factual.
Factual.
We're gonna play Octopath Traveler.
Well, you're not gonna send Square any messages. If they're in bed with somebody, they're in bed. Let it go. Just play the game.
What else we got?
Don't care.
Then we had Gerald Mack, $5 super chat. Yeah, that anonymous hat purchase was me. Shout out to the Iron Lord. And hold on a second. Did anything else come through?
I think we're good.
We're good.
Okay, cool. So
we got
Fozzie.
Welcome, Lord Fozzie, Cadrian Hardy. Welcome to Lord Gold. Put them crests in the chat for our newest member.
Brother.
Thank you.
No doubt. So tremendous gaming history and all that good stuff from Assemble. So I want to get into your personal journey as like a content creator and everything nerdy. So like, what made you kind of start a YouTube channel, just in general? How did that whole process come about?
I've said this on another podcast too. So it's been something that I've always wanted to do, and trying to narrow down what I really wanted to talk about and focus on. I enjoy the kind of the nerdy process of editing and going through it, and just kind of just talking video games and really just and Marvel and DC and everything that we're talking about. And it honestly, it took me 5 years to get it together to say, just turn on a camera, turn on your smartphone and go. I started with King You'll Like. I started off with like doing the reviews of figures and statues. And that was a lot of just getting my feet wet with using my phone, edit basic stuff on my old PC, and just try it and just see how I liked going through it. And I started to get a little bit more traction just wanting to do it. And I've now had the channel for like 1 year. And the growth and the reception's been really nice. So I'm really excited about it. And I just started trying to get my focus down further and further. But I kind of said to myself, honestly, I was like, enough's enough. You want to do it, try it. And see what's up. And I really love it. So I'm really enjoying what we're doing and what I'm doing. And I kind of just said, I'm going to go all in. So I saved and saved. You guys are like, hey, your camera's nice. I'm like, yeah, I worked my tail off. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to get a PC that is not like a 2012 Mac and trying to run program software on it doesn't work.
That was me in the beginning.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a decent PC and the camera, and I'm like, I want to make this my own. So yeah, I started growing everything, and now I'm really enjoying the process of like just talking games every day, talking Marvel, DC, and I launched my Patreon probably 2 days ago.
Oh wow!
I'm excited for that too. So yeah, just enjoying the process, and it's just been a lot of fun, and the community's been amazing.
Well, I noticed, like, I'm eyeballing the display, right?
Of course you are.
And
like Easter eggs in there.
Because I'm looking at his display and I see he got some sideshow pieces and stuff like that. And I understand, like what you said, you grab your phone, let me go for it. Let me just talk about my passion. Let me talk from my heart. Let me explain to them, like, you know, this is what I'm getting. This is the collector that I got. And you were doing your reviews and stuff like that. And then to expound on it. And we knew, Sovereign knew automatically, we are visual, you know, weirdos. Your camera was hitting, right? And then, you know, you give us the background about the camera. And I know enough from 108 Dragons to know that it's a gateway. The camera is the gateway, but that lens is.
Oh yeah, we learned about that lens in the pre-show.
Right? So, and you did all of this stuff, and it's really paying off. Like you said, you launched your Patreon, and I advise everybody that go subscribe to his channel. And I'm gonna go dive deeper into his channel right now, because I'm truly into that, and I think that stuff should be celebrated, because, like you said, it holds on to like a child in you, that child feeling that I know how you feel. Trust me, I know how you feel when you get a new anything in and you're sitting there, you're opening.
Y'all too out of control right now. I love it.
I swear, I love
it.
each and every last sound. If I was in your house, I'd probably sit on the floor.
You just sit right there.
Don't
touch it.
just look, you know, hands on your waist.
That's right.
Just check it out. But thank you, sir. I do appreciate your passion, and it's come through on camera.
Yeah,
that really came through.
For
From
sure,
Canada
man.
to US, it's here.
Oh yeah, salute.
We just don't tell the wife about some of the purchases.
We know. Listen, this right here.
Yeah,
I didn't say anything.
I got at Christmas time. A buddy of mine went back home. He went back to Japan, and I was like, "So could you look for some figures for me?" And he's like, "Yeah, there's like shops everywhere." So he got me Captain America there, Iron Man, and the Infinity Gauntlet. It's over there, and they're just on the shelves now. You want to talk to her about that?
Oh, they just magically made their way to the
my
shelf.
goodness. That's right. It's in the front in the case.
That's the prop, bro.
The funny thing is, I can't get away with that in my house. My wife notices everything. She's like, wait, hold up.
I'm in the basement.
Yeah, no.
I'm in the basement, so everything just
upstairs,
comes
man.
in through the door, and I'm just like,
Savages,
it's
man.
beautiful stuff, man.
I love it.
So
man.
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
As far as the content on your channel, is it something that you haven't done yet that you're thinking about exploring and having trepidation with it, or have you just flushed out where you want to be and you're comfortable in your zone now?
Starting to find my zone and starting to find my groove where I'm like, I've grown up with, for TV anyways, like Daily Show, Letterman, all of that. And I've wanted to be able to encapsulate kind of like, I enjoy the daily and I enjoy doing like almost the games daily coverage and just talk about some of the games that I like and what's kind of the big main topics and tentpoles, and then just try to put my spin on it, throw a little humor in there, and you know, if people like it, they like it. So I'm starting to really find my groove where I'm like, oh, I like this approach. And for me, it's a lot of get in, get out. My episodes and stuff early on, it's trial and error, like we all do. So it's going from a 20-minute episode on X-Men movie reviews. I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't relevant at all. So it's just fun to do, but you know, no one's gonna watch that. So now I'm finding them, getting my stride, and I'm trying to make sure that because it's just me, that I can make them short and sweet. So if I can make things concise, I don't want to stare at my face for 25 minutes. And because it's not a podcast, so to do that much content for that long, I'm gonna lose viewers' interest real quick. And so I try to make sure that my shows are like 6 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 max. And it's trying to just get you out, maximize graphics, music, and trying to take it up a notch, because I watch a ton of content out there too. And some of it's my absolute favorites, and it's well done. I just enjoy the conversation, but I want to try to put more production into it. Even for the daily stuff. And like, okay, if I got 6 minutes, I'm trying to make it as punchy in 6 minutes as I can.
And you know what? And to be honest with you, I really feel that, because I say there's a lot of statue review guys out there, right? And then the first thing I do is look at the timestamp, and the time thing is like 35 minutes. And I'm speeding through stuff. So I just try to get in on my statues, give you a quick synopsis, and show the statue, and then I'm out of there. And if you want to go to the website to see the dimensions and the weight and the stuff like that, and I think your thought process in doing how you're doing it is perfect. Because that way you're going to maximize eyes on your channel, because I will give you 40 minutes of give me 10 episodes, whatever, and I think that you will retain more viewership that way, because I'm getting episode after episode and seeing things and seeing how you twist things and do things differently. So I'm very interested, and I can't wait to after the podcast to just sit there and view all your stuff, because honestly I definitely am. So.
Yo, Stu Jersey is stupid. He said watching King and Assemble talk reminds me of Ant-Man talking to Goliath. Really? How big? 65 feet? Whoa. Yo, Stu Jersey's stupid. Yo, shout out to get Gerald back. I see you, man. Yeah, cop the what you call it, the shirt, you know what I'm saying, the drip, whatever. Salute Lords. Get super check. I think somebody had to step away for a quick second, and we'll get him back in.
I didn't see
we good? Okay.
I'm here.
No, I think we're good.
Oh, okay. You just turned the camera. Okay, I thought you had to step away for a second. You good?
Kids.
Oh, the kids. That's right. The kid. That's right. You had to do that thing.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Oh, you talking about Assemble? I'm like,
Yeah.
When the kids was like, "Daddy, what's going on? Why are you?"
We're going outside. I'm like, Daddy, later. talking Justice League.
We're talking about
I
Justice
am
League.
busy.
No doubt, man. Look, man. Again, I gotta shout out our late brother, Lord Dizzy. I'm so thankful that he's the one again that recommended you, and we do share. What I realized about why is that you do share so many passions that the Lord share. You know what I'm saying? You got the statues, you got the comic books. You know what I'm saying? So the thing, like, what inspired you to kind of like merge all these worlds together? Because we actually got in trouble. Like, oh, you guys talking sports, and
Talking
you guys,
this and that,
why talking about the damn movie? Where's the games? Get to the topic. But like, it's fun because I love that you kind of do the same thing. You got gaming, wrestling, movies, collecting. Like, what inspired you to merge those worlds?
I think it's just because there's so much overlap, which is what I think we all deal with. Like, and you just, I don't know, they just all blend, because if you are just talking, whether you are on a podcast and you're 4, 5, 6 people, it goes into different directions like that, because we typically all have the same interests. If you're looking at Marvel and Avengers and all this, you probably dabble in games too. And then you might dabble in sports and vice versa. And for me, it's sitting there going, well, I like games. I don't have time to play every single major game that comes out. So I want to talk to the community about just some of the stuff we're playing, and I know other people are too. And it's going to lead into, Avengers. And like when the Ninja Turtles game got announced for the Shredder's Revenge, I lost my mind over that thing.
Bro, that spoke to us.
There's always I can't just sit there and go, I'm just going to do Marvel's Avengers game coverage, because I'll get bored. And yeah, I just think that it is a melting pot. As much as we all want to say, get to the games and it's a game podcast, talk about this. I'm like, well, we do. It's just it's a little bit for everybody, right?
I completely agree, brother.
Everyone wants to cover Justice League like I did. I've got a spoiler-free review that's out, and it's just because I'm like, but I enjoy it, and I know somebody else does. And King's like, I want to talk Justice League. Wonder Woman's great scenes, and I'm like, well, so do I. And if for me, it's honestly, I'm like, well, I say it often enough, like to people on Twitter and stuff. I'm like, hey, 10 of you watched the Justice League spoiler-free review. I'm like, that's amazing.
That's what's up.
You guys took time, and I'm like, you gave up 20 minutes or whatever to chill and talk to me and hang out and go through the review. I'm like, that's awesome. Because I like to look at it. I try to look at it like, man, I mean, those are bodies and those are people. And if you're in a room, if you were in a theater, if you were standing on a stage and you were doing it, you would be blown away that you were sitting there going, 400 people are sitting there watching us do a podcast. So when I sit there and go, I got a Justice League review with whatever 40 people that have seen it, I'm like, geez.
Thank you.
No, absolutely. Completely agree. I mean, King and Solve, Addict, we know, what I'm saying, like just starting out, and you're appreciative. You're appreciative that people, come in to actually, hear your take and your perspective on those things. And again, shout out to you for just, again, merging those worlds, because again, we appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, you made a great point about overlap. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of this is melded. Even when we talk UFC boxing, there's UFC boxing games. It comes out. You know what I'm saying? Well, boxing has been a while, but there was Fight Night. Remember Fight Night? You know what I'm saying? But like it's cool to see. And also 2 questions in relation to that. Let's I noticed you do some the '90s cartoons, a little X-Men joint. You know what I'm saying? And you look at that, bro. and wrestling. I saw the
Yeah, man.
wrestling. I think Saul might appreciate that. Like, you still talking about events and things of that nature? You still going on with that, or you kind of slowed down with that?
I slowed that down a little bit, and it's only a lot of it's just due to time.
Yeah.
Because it's funny enough, because when I started other channel, and then I subsequently deleted the whole thing and started from scratch, the whole thing was all just wrestling podcast and YouTube show, and I just dumped it because one, it was too time consuming of daily, and I'm like, if I wanted to really invest in it, then I'm gonna go all the way, and I couldn't give that. I'm like, okay, I like being more of a fan, and even now I enjoy talking about the news and rumors and the pay-per-views and everything, and I still want to do that, and I might just scale back and go, all right, I'm gonna go with just more of the pay-per-views, and maybe just do recaps on that, and I might just go in that direction. But for now, and I'm like, and it's also looking at it going, well, what's making me happy on the channel? What I enjoy doing the most, and what are people gravitating towards the most? So it's understanding the ugly algorithm and going, people like Avengers and they like talking about the latest in Xbox and Game Pass. I'm like, well, cool, so do I. So let's just focus on that for a while.
I wanted a person to do write-ups on LogNet about wrestling because I feel disconnected from it. I used to be so connected.
Yeah, we used to be.
You know, when the Undertaker turned from Mean Mark into the Undertaker.
Mark Calloway.
Exactly. You know, stuff like that, and you know, Ted DiBiase and all these guys, and
everyone's got a price.
The heyday of Jake the Snake, and I was really into the stuff, and that fostered my gaming as well, because like you talked about these wrestling games. We were playing the characters that we saw on TV, and we loved these guys, and we were doing things that we were hoping that we can do, you know. And I got a chance to go to a couple of pay-per-views. So that stuff is fantastic. I want somebody to help connect me back to this generation, you know. So because I go to LogNet and I read reviews when you know people put stuff out. And I was talking to Dizzy about that before, you know. God bless it. So and I'm like, you know, I really want a wrestling dude, because I'm so disconnected. And I told Cog is like, so you're talking about that, and please do it. Like,
and by the way, Lord the Gamer that has a position open for you if you're ever interested. It's what King is saying. It's what King's really saying.
You know, like I'm poaching like hell.
We're poaching. We're shooting our shot.
Yes, sir.
Fine, I'll do it.
Fine.
I'll call you out on the show too. I'll be like, all right, King, this is free. I'll do the whole intro. And it's just you, and I'll have just a still frame of your.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, I got a question, because it's been bothering the hell out of me.
Yeah, let's go.
If you had to pick one baby, there's a fire. It's a fire.
All right.
You know,
like any baby in the world, or just like my actual children?
The
statues. Oh,
statue babies.
Which is the one you grabbing? Which one?
Oh, the real ones.
The resin babies. Yeah.
Which one are you running? Nah, see, he got some statues. Which one are you running out of here with?
Ooh, tough. There's two, but the one is going to be Spider-Man, because my wife got me that one. So that's my Infinity War Spider-Man. Love him. Sir. Or it's going to be the G1 Optimus Prime.
Oh, my man, let's go roll out.
Listen, okay, so in my head, I had a bet, right? In my head, I had a bet with your G1 Optimus Prime. And shout out to Porsche Power.
It's the cell shaded, because I actually think I would go with Optimus, because that is...
It looks just like
too pretty.
It looks just like the show.
That's the cartoon right there.
Yeah, Porsche Power. Shout out to Ainsley. Ainsley has the same one, and I'm like, yo, it looks so amazing. And yeah, because my eyes is really fixated right there to that side.
Because also you can change out the hand or the arm.
Yes.
Or his blade. Yeah.
Oh, you can do the cartoon.
So yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
You got that from Sideshow, right?
Yep.
Nice.
That was the first. I probably would go with that, honestly, because that was the first one that I bought. That I really was like, I love staring at Sideshow on the website just for weeks and weeks, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And then Matt forgot that. I'm like, oh, it's in the US, and there's duty and there's shipping fees. And I was like, oh, this is not that cheap. So. But I absolutely love that thing. I geeked out so hard. I'm like, that is the first statue that I've owned that it meant a lot. And yeah, I was like, I'll go with Optimus Prime.
Salute. Shout out to Addict. Did you change your profile name? Did we talk about Justice League here? You a savage.
And that's what I will be until something else happens.
I can't
that
with you.
Right
really
now,
affected
we
you.
talk about Justice League.
It really, dog. I didn't get a chance to talk to you about it. It really affected you. That's
Savage.
It doesn't matter. My name's We Talk About Justice League.
Anyway, so look, man. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lord Assemble. In real life, you actually have some experience as far as from a corporate standpoint of kind of assisting people with what I think is really cool with mental health, depression and anxiety issues. So
so I've done corporate training for over 10 years, and as a trainer facilitator, it's the the on stage piece, right? So I've done big stuff and several hundred people in a theater doing a couple hours of stuff and daily. So but a lot of the stuff that I did do was there's the corporate sales side and corporate training side, but I also got into with some other companies on the mental health side and dealing with anxiety and depression and strategies and ways to cope with it. And no, I am not legally certified to give that advice, but it was a lot of just, here's the daily stuff. You're trying to relate and connect the dots of like everything that we all deal with, from getting up in the morning and having barriers or feeling down or really just struggles with work and colleagues. And how do I manage the stress, anxiety, frustration, all of those things, whether it's from a text, an email, whatever, and even getting, angry and frustrated when you're driving home and your phone is still dinging at you for more stuff and want more of your time, all of that. So that's what I was coaching. That's what I was training on for quite a while, and just trying to give people a little bit of help with here's strategies, here's ways to maybe make that hour a little bit better, and just to set you up for a little more success. So that's what I was doing for a better half of 10 years, which parlayed, as I talked to my wife before, I've like, it kind of has helped, I think, with me on the show, because I have no issue. Like, for a lot of people starting off, it's like, okay, I gotta get in front of a camera.
I
don't want to do that.
That's anxiety.
Yeah, there's anxiety. I'm like, I'm not used to it.
King forced us out there. It took
I was
us a
so
while.
tired of them.
Yeah, it takes time.
I was they were fighting me tooth and nail, hard, and I'm like, listen.
Fighting you. I'm still fighting you.
He said it ain't over.
It's not over. It's not over.
Every chance he has.
But I'm like, people connect with you on a different level instead of, because I was so sick and tired of going to people's channels, seeing a stupid little avatar beeping, like he's talking now. His avatar is booba bapa booba
Hoopa bapa, hoopa bapa. Okay.
It reminds me of the Peanuts gang.
The parents. Yo, you.
So I'm like, I don't want to hear you. I don't, and a level of emotion that you can get. This is how we are as humans. We want to see what's going on, we know if somebody's being shiesty or being real. We want to read this. If we cannot read this, then I don't need to be here. So if your avatar is your main thing, goodbye. I don't care about your content. I don't care about anything about it. But seeing your background, seeing you emote, that brings life to it. That makes me stay. You make me
facts. No fact. It's listen, shout out to King, because he, like I said, we were kicking and scratching. It was a process for us. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be showing my face to these people.
Yeah, and it's not for everybody, right? Like, it is a process, and it's hard. So at least for me, I was like, okay, I have no problems of hit play, go, and just spit it off and spout it out. And even for content, people have asked me before, they're like, so how much is your scripting, and like, what's the process for it, for like shooting an episode? I'm like, bullet points on my phone. Like, I literally would be like, what's the heading of the article? And I'm like, okay,
bullet
go.
Points. Yep, that's me.
So it's at most it's topic 1, 2, and 3. It could be like, it's the Bethesda deal. Look at the games, got them up, like, go. And let's just talk for 6 minutes. So
realness.
At the end of the day, the reason I didn't have to show my face is because my avatar's a sexy beast anyway.
Oh,
so
my
there you
God.
go.
Your camera off.
My avatar, you know what's funny? When they were first doing these avatars things, I was so against being the one I am. I was like, man, that's the one that like eats a lot and stuff. Like, I kind of have like diseases on my avatar and stuff.
He's like, pick the.
Oh, you talking about the pestilence? I'm just saying this, right? Because I give you a fraud alert. Because I only say it because when you got a haircut right now.
You can have fraud all me all you want. I gotta care for the fraud.
You made people figure, is that at it? Who stole at it? Because they care about your beard.
Exactly.
You know, they wouldn't care about your beard if it's just your avatar because they don't care. They don't care. Your avatar is a cartoon.
You know what? If my avatar was there, it wouldn't matter. It's like I want you to visualize me as that avatar.
No, that's disgusting.
Anyway, moving on. But
Yeah,
I wanted to shout out Assemble with that because I think that's really cool. You know what you do in mental health and the inclusion in your channel, because I do think that is a big thing with us as gamers
now.
And there's a lot of gamers that, you know, I think we go through it and they utilize podcasts as that outlet to connect, right? You know, we're talking about cameras, we're talking about all this stuff, but a lot of it, again, we're grateful for everyone here.
That expensive camera, man, we might have to really sit back and evaluate.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that.
That camera looks too
Chris,
clean.
he clean out here. He clean. So, yeah, man, I wanted to salute you because, again, you don't see that, and for sure, though. 2 quick 5 questions. I want to say, as far as simple one, the history behind the name, it's got to be Marvel Avengers Assemble. Like it has to be. Okay.
That's all it is.
Okay.
That's all it is. It was me sitting at Starbucks with my computer one morning and being like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, what do I want to call it? And what could I use something that I like? And that could be I could just kind of use universally for anything. So yeah, I landed on Assemble. I don't think it was going to be called much else. I was like, I can't use my name. So I don't care. So I wanted to use something. I'm like, oh, people know what that's from. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then it just kind of works. I think.
Love it. And it's going to be a bonus round because we do our normal top 5s, but we got to do a bonus round, special one for Lord Assemble. So I need the top 5 comic book movies, either MCU or DC, of all time. Your top 5. Let's go.
Batman 1989. Snyder Cut is now going to be on my list, I think, because I am loving this thing.
When you said Batman 89,
Infinity War.
Wait, hold on, back up. Batman, that's the Keaton one. Which one is that?
Keaton.
Okay, Keaton. Yeah, cool. Continue. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Everybody had Batman singles all over the place. Continue.
89 Keaton. Snyder Cut right now. Let's say Infinity War.
Ooh.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Wow.
And one more.
One more.
Original Iron Man, because it kicked it off.
Okay, so you're paying homage. Okay.
Yes,
All
for
right,
that one, yeah. Trying to think of the other series. I'm like, Cap movies are great. No, take that out. Take Iron Man out, and I'll go.
Which one?
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. You are welcome back. Every single time. I didn't say that. I was going to ask him.
No, listen. I knew what he was doing. I didn't say
leading the witness.
He's on to something. I didn't even say anything.
What does it matter if he's leading him in the right direction?
Making better choices.
Listen, he's, I wasn't going to say anything, and I really hoped that you would have ended with Iron Man and let him go into the bushes. But Winter Soldier is probably...
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We just
Winter Soldier is probably their most concise movie, tight movie, from beginning to end, and fight scenes.
Forget about Iron Man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but definitely Winter Soldier. Yeah, I'm a junkie for all that stuff that you're talking about. I geek out on everything that you say, and I know how you feel about the stuff. So if somebody was to ask me that, Age of Ultron is the first one, regardless of what.
Oh, Lord. No, salute
it's
to
a
you.
better movie than people give it credit for.
Yeah, King
it's
says
way
that.
Better.
King does. No, King.
We need the Snyder cut of
we need the Snyder cut of Age of Ultron.
It is no Snyder cut.
King ain't like that.
Anyway, back to Assemble.
Yo, strong movie. I had to do that for you because it's something we do. We used to do R&R and all this stuff when the world was not COVID ready. But salute, tremendous list. Now, games.
Yes.
Top 5 video games or franchises of all time. I know 2 of them. Be better pick 2 that I think I know of yours.
All right.
Leading the witness.
I'm leading.
Angry.
I think I know 2.
All time, I would say WWF No Mercy.
Got it. Right.
MLB The Show as a franchise.
Oh,
welcome to Xbox,
bro. Solve is your best friend forever now.
I'm gonna record my whole purchase.
Probably Call of Duty as a franchise because it's just that junk food game that I'm like, I will go sit down and I will do 10 rounds of team deathmatch, and I'm just happy. I'm content.
I feel you. First Call of Duty ever on what you call top 5. That's what's up.
An old Call of Duty too.
Original. We talk about like bayonets.
Yeah, I was playing on my PC.
Okay.
That game was a revelation. That game.
I'm trying to think. There was Spider-Man PS4, now PS5.
Okay.
I have platinum that and beat it and gone back. So Spider-Man. If I gave like one more, I'm trying to think.
One more.
I'm trying to think of something old on like SNES. I mean, Mario and all of that is easy, but I'm trying to think more of just in the franchises we love. I'm looking at my shelves. I'm like, what games are out there that I'm like, oh, I absolutely love. I'm trying to think of like X-Men, but you know what? X-Men Legends is another one. It's not an absolute top 5 like of all time, but God. I absolutely love that. And as I look at the comic box of, I think of Maximum Carnage.
Okay.
Yes,
on the
Maximum
SNES.
Carnage, remember that?
Maximum Carnage. I remember that.
Just because of like that is a memory of never buying but renting all the time. Every weekend going in, and I would buy that crappy beat 'em up.
Did you ever play Hulk Ultimate Destruction?
Yeah, I did. That's a good game.
Love that
Oh
game.
yeah.
Ooh, I love that game.
Wow, tremendous.
Yeah, so just some of them. Yeah,
girl, tremendous top 5. I think you touched every single Lord here with a specific choice in some way. Yeah, man, definitely feeling it. And last one, it would be the favorite console of all time, past or present, and why?
Probably my SNES for the amount of games that I played, and that was like the core of my childhood. Or it would end up being N64 for the same reasons, because I grew up right around that time to really, really enjoy it. And every time I think of consoles, I usually go back to that. Is how many hours sitting there playing Mario Kart and Zelda and Mario World, especially. So I would probably say, it's going to be the SNES. And if I get into my 64, then I'm sitting there because I'm like, okay, I've got No Mercy and 2000 and Mario and Mario Kart and Star Fox. I'm just, so those would be my two.
I like the 64 too because it had that expansion bay for the memory. And then
Rumble Pack.
Rumble Pack.
Star Fox.
You slam it into the bottom.
I remember.
Pack it into the giant weirdo controller.
I remember when that expansion pack came out because my dad got me Majora's Mask and that was one of the first games they used it.
Yeah.
And I remember like thinking if my mom would have bought this, I never would have got that expansion pack. She never would have known. Like,
it would have just been left in the store.
I would have just put it in there thinking my N64 broke, and I was like, she broke it. She gave me a bad copy of the.
It didn't work without it, right?
Or was it tried because I had it? Like.
You know what I like about the N64?
You gotta have like a little knife to like pry it out a little bit or something. Like.
No, I did not take a knife.
What you liked about the 64? Kate, what you said?
But what I liked about the Nintendo 64 was it was a lot of firsts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Nintendo is always bold
64.
with everything that they do, and I try to introduce different things to our consciousness as gamers, and that analog stick. The first moment when you walk Mario up and you ease him slowly,
with it,
it felt fantastic.
Facts.
You know,
Can we at least admit that N64 controller wasn't it though? Like,
you
hold it now too. You're like, what do I do?
It was a batarang. It was a batarang, but
different ways.
But the analog, what King's saying, the precision, right?
Yeah.
Like we didn't have that level when you made Mario move in like a 360-degree motion, and you're like, you know what I'm saying? The control, but continue.
It was a different level of control, and then the Rumble Pack, Star Fox, like you hitting something. Like, it was. They introduced
vicious too. It's not like now where it's like all kind of casual, it's creeping up on you. Now just bang. Just doing it.
It was very.
What'd you do? I hit the start button.
So I go with you on that 64.
Tremendous gaming history, man, bro. We can talk on that next time. You got to come back when you got more time.
Absolutely.
Brother,
give me 1 second too, guys. Do your thing. Give me one moment. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, man, let's get the super chats while we're waiting on Assemble to come back.
We got 2 more super chats. We have One-Away Dragons with the $5 super chat. We as collectors and gamers and tech heads, we are faced with rough choices. Wife or my hobbies? Wife in the bushes, hobbies for the win, open the floodgates. One-Away.
There ain't no tough choices.
Ain't no tough. Listen, I salute you for saying this in a dark room where your wife decides My wife is to my left right now, and she's giving me a side eye like you're talking about wives. So
it is no choice. I lost many along this road.
Get down and lay down, King.
It ain't no choice. This is no choice. There is literally absolutely no choice.
It's either.
If you ain't with me, you against me. So goodbye.
It's me on the video games and the statues.
It is what it. You know what it is. You gotta stop running. You guys already know me. You know me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With you, it is that situation.
Yo, listen, I will be playing video. We'll be playing video games on Saturday, and my phone start to blazing, and I'm like, yo, don't call me again. Do not call me again. I'm gonna break this phone. Don't call me again. And literally, the phone will ring again, and I smashed the phone on the floor, and I said, "Let's keep going, guys." And FedEx will be bringing me a new phone the next day because she felt that she had to ship one out for me to make sure that she can have contact with me. But at no point in time was I giving up my Saturdays for my, for other than my team. Saturdays,
that's for the
some hella high water.
That was the score right there.
Team.
Yes. And this is an extension of that.
They thought for some reason that there was naked women serving hot dogs.
I mean, listen. Back then, my ex-wife at the time, she was like, "Y'all gonna do what?" Like, we're going to watch movies, watch sports, and play video games. For how long? For like 8 hours. Okay.
She's like, no way.
Yeah. No way, grown men.
Yo, what is with this misconception with Sav's got a wife? I always thought he was single player like Sav. Sav, correct the misconception.
Listen, the single player part of the rhyme has to do with the fact that I like to play games by myself.
Yes.
On that, there's no single player, nothing. The player part of Sovereign is over and done with.
You realize just because you acknowledge that and you gave it
now they go,
they got to go extra.
No, but that's fine. I'd rather that than the misconceptions like, oh, Dallas is
dissing us. Yo, Dallas doing subliminal.
They're gonna cut everything you say there and cut things in between it and make it sound like you're saying something completely different.
Oh my god.
Sav don't get no play.
Speaking of
that handsome face can't be alone for long.
He definitely was that single player for a minute. Y'all don't even know, man. He was a beast.
That was by choice.
That was by choice. Saul was a beast back in the day.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. See, the wifey right there. You don't want to talk about them days. Super chat, Saul. Super chat. Super chat, Saul.
We got Gaming Forte. Speaking about people in the Gaming Forte, $5 super chat. What? Lord Addict shaved his beard. Somebody must be on the chase. Trust me, I had to chase my wife for quite some time, more like 2 years. You got this. So, are there amorous reasons for the shave?
Is there something going on that we need to know about, Addict?
I'm not confident.
So it means yes. We got 500 people.
Yo, hit that like, yo. We having fun.
And share it out, man. Let's get more people to go to Assemble's channel and watch this stuff because I'll be watching this stuff later.
Delilah says Solves exposed. Slow Mo said it's about to be a different conversation after the podcast.
It's about to berate. I'm over here. Listen, the levels of sweat on me right now.
Yo, look at his face. It's red. It got red.
It got red. But look, man, we gotta respect Lord Assemble. He has endured extra. He went into overtime with us.
Thank you.
Keep going. I kicked the kids outside. They got the friends over. I kicked them outside. I'm like, there's a trampoline. There's a tree.
Oh, you good? Oh, so you good?
Out.
So you good? Oh, I was going out. Oh, so you good to rock? Okay. Oh my man, let's go. Let's get it. Get to these topics, no doubt. Yo,
you want to make that joke like go play in traffic.
I was like, you're in the backyard. Get the trampoline. Don't kill each other.
Then you realize that's the neighbor's backyard, and you just
you pay for a backyard for a reason. Goodbye.
Get that super chat. Let's keep on rocking.
Yeah, we got Flame $2 super chat. Chin up, Addict. The beard looks great, more stylish.
Yeah, dude, it does got a dip to it.
I'm done. 108.
We got 108. We got 108 back again. $5 super chat. Addict looking clean like a Dollar Shave Club model.
Yo. 108.
Addict, did you use that shave butter?
You can't call him Grizzly Adams no more, man. That's just a wrap for that. Wise old gamer $2 super chat. Addict went from boss beard to peach fuzz. Buzz? Remember Beach Buzz? What? That's old school Zone. I know about that one.
When we were trying to grow beards.
My camera's broke. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, right. Anyway, moving along. Let's get into these topics. Last week's poll, LordCognito poll is up. The results are in. The people have spoken to the question regarding Phil Spencer clarifying Bethesda games exclusive to platforms where Xbox Game Pass exists. Which games do you feel are multi-plat, contractual obligations, or exceptions to the rule? The choices and the winner of our three-way ILP poll at 86% of the vote. 86. Indiana Jones. People are concerned. Indiana Jones come in at second place at only 10% of the vote was Starfield. People feel more confident about that. In last place, 2% of the vote. I don't care about Bethesda games no more because they not on my platform of choice. So shout out to the messy 2% who voted for that. And let's get, Attic got his camera off. I don't know if he's still there. Attic, your thoughts on this? That people are concerned about Indiana Jones maybe?
I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest with you.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So let's go to Corey Hell. Thank you. Shout out to
the Bethesda conversation has been over. Replayed so much, man.
Yeah, we can
talk about something else. We'll come back to this like in 3 months.
Oh, you're right though. Corey Hell, $15 super chat. Happy wife, happy life, happy husband. No extramarital loving. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. We keeping it monogamous. Let's move on. Let's get Solvent out of the hot box. Anyway, Lord King, I believe you are up. This was your topic. Big March 26th show for Xbox. I'll frame it for you if you want. Looks like ID at Xbox and Twitch Gaming. More than 100 games from independent developers based all around the world. They said during the showcase, they'll do new trailers and gameplay for more than 25 games. Some including Stalker 2, Hard Ascent, couple others, and they said that they'll be making announcements about independent titles coming to Xbox Game Pass as well. Community Twitch streamers will host a showcase and conduct interviews with developers, take fan questions, and even drop some code. So that's the big one, and I know you wanted to tie that in as well, I believe, with E3. So, Lord King, the floor is yours about this topic. What you feel? Where you at with this?
Well, I believe that Microsoft is starting to kick off their road to E3, much like they did last year. With these shows, from what I'm hearing in the background, I'm hearing a show every month leading up to the big,
what it's looking like.
Big show. What we got last year was a month of dominance. Every month, Phil was dropping a new freestyle for the individuals to get in line. So my thing was just expectations going into the show. What do we want to see? Do we want to see more from the last year's kickoff show? Remember the last year indie show? And let's just keep it in perspective.
Right.
They're telling you, again, it's indies, guys.
Right.
So everybody went to the indie show looking for AAA Halo and stuff.
So I'm not going to see Halo Infinite here.
None of that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep it in perspective. What are we looking for? What do we want to see most about? Because I want to see more about the Ascend, and a couple of other games that didn't come out last year, but that was showed at the last indie outtake. And I want to see. What was that game, Bright Infinite? I want to see a little bit more of that Bright Infinite, see what's transpiring there.
Right.
If they do a deeper dive into that, and a little bit more about these developers that are launching into Game Pass.
Right.
What can I look forward to going forward, and do we get any dates on these games? Because we got visuals last year, but no dates. So this is I brought this to you guys to see what was y'all thinking about it.
Lord Assemble, how are we feeling about this March 26th ID at Xbox Indie Showcase?
You're not gonna get Halo. I think that's been. I think people do forget. Honestly, they hear another Xbox event and like, great, we're gonna get AAA, just all these bangers, and we're gonna get all this top news. And I think it's important to realize that it is the indie showcase for leading to the summer. I think it's exciting because I think it just constantly keeps the momentum and the conversation around Xbox. Even if there is 1-2 titles that you're excited for on the indie side, I think. Even if you're not, the conversation is still surrounding Xbox,
right?
Which is what I think they have been doing such a great job of with the last
lately,
like 3 months, whatever it is. But they've been killing it lately just with the conversation piece. While on the Sony side, and they're fine, they're being quiet, and they've got a couple of games that are going to be coming out. So I'm excited for seeing what indies are out there, and if there's any that grab my attention, really.
feel like
because I won't play a ton of indies. I'm
Right.
excited to play some of them that are on Game Pass or coming to Game Pass right now.
Yes.
But yeah, again, it's just more conversation around Xbox.
Yeah. No,
Good for
fair
them.
enough.
My
Yeah.
my question to you, really quickly, because you said that you don't play a ton of indies, but you said Game Pass. You're a Game Pass owner, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, all right, now that we established that.
He almost like he was going to talk to you if you weren't. I just want to be clear.
But all right, so Game Pass, does that dictate if you purchase any indies? Because after you get a chance to try them, because indies are really hit and miss type of thing. So does that dictate your purchasing when it comes to touching these indies? Pause.
It will. Yeah, it totally does, even on the PlayStation side. Because
Right.
I will grab a lot of them through PlayStation Plus
Right.
when they come available. And yeah, and that's probably the big reasons, like you said. It's because indie titles can either be absolutely 10 out of 10, people love them,
Mhm.
and then it's great, I'm going to pick it up. But I do not go and rush out and say, I'm going to go grab 3 of these indie titles. They kind of look cool.
Right.
I wait. And Game Pass, I think the positive of it for that side is going to be I can play these
Yes.
smaller titles and try them out, dip in, dip out if I like to. And then some of them grab your attention. And I'm looking at my Game Pass right now on my phone.
Right.
I'm looking at, like, not that it's a small indie game, but like Streets of Rage, Streets of Rage 4,
Yeah.
which is something I'm like, hey, I remember the old ones. I'm like, I want to try this out. And when it came out, I'm like, it's on Game Pass, it's free. And
Pretty much.
loved it. And I absolutely loved it. And it's those smaller titles that I'm like, I'm really interested to go see. So yeah, I've always stuck around with, like, if it's built into it through the subscription, I'll go with it there.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's where I found Dead Cells.
Yeah, that's a good one too,
And
yeah.
I brought all the DLC, and I purchased the game just in case it did ever leave, Game Pass at some point in time. I didn't even want to go to, load my game up, and it's like, hit the store, sir. But yeah, definitely.
No doubt, no doubt. I think Addict's having some some mic issues, so he'll be back in. But Lord Saw, man, in the ID Xbox next week, March show, what's your expectation and how you feeling about this in conjunction to what King said, the road to E3?
So to speak on just the sort of the cadence of how they're doing stuff, I appreciate the fact that they're being very upfront about what they're going to show you and not show you. I love the fact that Aaron will come on and be like, set expectations,
Yes.
and then he'll lie to you a little bit, and sometimes there'll be a bigger announcement there than
Yeah.
you
But
expected,
I
right?
love when they do that, though. Set
I
expectations.
love that. I love that. And the fact that they're building up to the big stuff, obviously in the summer, right?
Right.
So you start with the indies, you get people excited about that, maybe give us a couple of release dates. So I like the fact, and I think actually when you think about this sort of partnership with Bethesda and the fact that, when they had that round table, you realize that they were working in conjunction as opposed to Bethesda just being under Xbox. They're learning from each other, like they said, and it's obvious in how it feels like Xbox is. We're gonna ramp things up. We're gonna try to get to the point where when we get to the summer showcase, I think is really gonna be. They're gonna know how to drop the mic. Something that we've sort of we've accused them of not being able to do
good
in the
point.
past.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good ramp up. So in terms of what I specifically am excited for, a few things. So obviously 12 minutes. Please give me a release date. Please give me a release date.
Hustler
That
Motivated
game,
agrees with you.
I so badly want to play that game.
better yet, man, people 12 minutes, man, hit your boy up.
Let's get them codes. Yeah, I like that. That doesn't-
Lord to give me
Well,
that.
12 minutes
Appreciate that.
like it's one of the games that's been in the indie scene besides something like Star Renegades that, like, I'm just like, I gotta get that. Like,
Yeah.
for
I mean,
sure.
listen, if James McAvoy is listening, you can come on the show. I'd love to have
Shameless
him
plug.
show.
Absolutely. Hit us up.
So we have that. Then we have Tunic.
Yes.
Tunic.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Tunic. Again, if you're a Zelda fan, you look at Tunic and you're like,
I've been seeing this for the last five years, though.
yeah. For whatever reason,
Like,
it's
I'm
taking
so
my-
tired
forever.
of that.
my excitement for that game has definitely went down the hill.
Yeah, just because it's been around so long. What was the other idea of Xbox game that took forever to come out?
With
it
the
was-
Ascent? Oh, below.
No, below.
Below,
Yeah,
sorry.
Below, yeah.
Below
That
took a
one-
minute.
It took it really, and by the time it came out, the wind was a little bit out.
It was
Yeah,
out of its
sales,
and then I got it. Then it wasn't what I thought it was.
Yeah.
It was really hard. That
Yeah,
game,
difficult game.
difficult,
Like,
yeah.
super
Yeah.
difficult game. And then the
I
last
actually
one that I'm
saw like Dark Soul people
Yeah.
They dropped that game because it.
Oh, I thought you was about to say I actually ended it. I was about to say what?
You know how he
I
is.
didn't even start that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that game again, the excitement because it took so long, and then another one that I'm super excited for is Stalker 2. And
Yes. Yes.
Dude, Stalker, like if you've played old Stalker,
I've never played. I heard it's huge following.
It's so because it's survival and it's FPS and it's all about atmosphere and it's so difficult. It's always like traditionally been super difficult. So I want to see how they evolve the Stalker formula because obviously if they make it just kind of like old Stalker, you're gonna find the crowd for that, right? But if they do things to bring more of the mainstream in and sort of streamline some of those systems and make it so that it's more accessible to people and it doesn't come off like just like a straight survival sim,
Right.
And it seems to look very beautiful. Like from the pictures I've seen, obviously I haven't seen it moving yet, but if they can get that to a point where it appeals to a larger crowd, I think Stalker could be really huge for Xbox. I really do. So
I think so too.
I'm excited for that. So I really do want to see that.
No doubt, no doubt. Lord Attic, you are back. So ID at Xbox March show, like, are you excited? And what about to King's Point in road to E3? How you feeling about this?
Look, man, I'm excited for this indie thing because I'm a content creator. I'm selfish 100% right now. I know whatever they announce in that conference or whatever they want to call it, that stream, it's gonna be gold for my YouTube.
That's what this is about. That's what it's about. Addict's World.
Listen, Addict, you fed the masses a few weeks ago. It's only fair that they reciprocate.
You had the quote of the podcast.
I told.
Well, it's the bid.
I don't care.
It's the bid. They're gonna tune in for the bid. They don't care.
I told people
Microsoft is showing. They showing up bid, baby.
I don't care what Cog wants. I don't care what Cognito wants. I don't care what Stall wants. I care what I want. Like, so you know, sure they might show some like dirty gems next week, but guess what?
Dirty gems.
But guess what? Those dirty gems gonna give me a few thousand views. So you know, it is what it is. Like you think I've reviewed nothing but quality, amazing games on my YouTube channel? No. Do you think I care to review them? No. But do you think I review them? Absolutely.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! He got assembled dying right now.
There's that monster drink he get. Get that monster drink out of his hand.
Look, man said he excited because his channel about to be lit.
He said, "I can't wait till next week.
I can't wait till next week for more videos, new content." Salute for the honesty.
It's all the numbers game. That's all.
Yes. You already know, man. But look, man. Oh, let's get the super chats real quick before then I'll jump in.
All right, give me a second. We got Eagles fan 76, $5 super chat. King, what's your thoughts on these 720 TCLs complaining on Twitter about having to pay for a one-time fee for Dolby Atmos and having Dolby Vision fee?
Yo, we talked about this background. So we're godfathered and Assemble said that, he had to purchase, I think it was like a year or something like that, a year out or whatever. And I didn't know this was a thing, to be honest with you guys. I really did not know it was a thing. I do apologize for you guys not being on the forefront of this stuff early on. But you TCL dudes, I told you you're pinching and saving. You said I didn't need Atmos.
Yeah,
now you need Atmos. Now you got to pay for it.
Listen,
are you saying like this is only a TCL issue? So someone
this is
like
very small demographic.
You know what it is? This is, first of all, this has been around forever, right?
Yeah.
So this is not something new. And they bring it up like it's an Xbox issue. Yeah. Like if you own a Samsung TV, you don't have Dolby Vision.
The only reason that this is an issue is because a lot of them are on PlayStation and they don't have that. Like it's easy. But
you got 3D audio.
It's the truth.
Listen.
Like, do they have a Dolby Atmos on PlayStation?
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
I'll tell you
so
this.
obviously, you're not paying for a headset you don't even have.
But it's a talking point.
It's a talking point. It's a fanboy talking point between Tempest. What is it? The 3D audio.
The Tempest audio.
You got that 3D audio.
And basically, the fanboys are trying to say their audio is better than theirs. You know why? You got to pay for yours. And that's what
you know why this audio stuff is coming to play, right?
Right. Oh, because the headset.
Sony in the beginning put their headset out, and it was it's this 3D audio. It's a big thing. So that came and gone. Microsoft waited for the conversation to die down and said, here's a superior headset.
Oh, Lord.
Here you go. And it has these features.
Right.
And then they went to look at their features on their headset and said, we don't have it. I want this.
Yeah.
And then they found out that they had to pay for it and said, Microsoft is demanding money.
Listen,
Hold on.
as somebody who owns the Pulse headset,
talk to me.
and listen to the Tempest.
Yes, so please,
the Tempest audio stuff is great,
Okay.
but like Mark Cerny said, this is specifically for games on that platform. That is a bespoke thing for them. And then so it's not, you can't use it in movies really. Right. So it's obviously with Dolby Vision, with
Atmos.
Atmos, Windows Sonic and stuff like that. All of those things supporting the Xbox side. The variety is there, whereas Tempest is not.
And the other point, hold on, let me jump in too, because the other point is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Sav, is that with the Tempest system, with this 3D audio system that they're using, that's exclusive, specific to the peripheral, to the headset, as opposed to like an audio codec, like for example with Atmos, you can have that in your surround, correct?
Yeah.
Specifically, I think yes, it's true.
Yeah.
I don't think you plug in any old headset and you can do that virtual surround.
Right. Because Atmos is part of home theater setups as well.
Yes.
Right. Okay, continue.
It's universally
Atmos is
exactly. The way to go. This isn't like mail me your ears.
We got you, Attica.
And we got to mold it to your earlobes. This is for everyone. You can partake too. You didn't partake early on when it was free. Now you got to pay a fee. This is what happens when you're late. See, before you can get into the club free before 11. After 11, you got to pay.
King's Clubhouse.
Past 11.
King's Clubhouse, clearly.
You got to pay.
What time is it? It's 11:05. Get out the door.
Anyway, Attic, what you want to address? Attic, address what you got to address, bro.
I think there's a lot of new people in the chat that haven't seen.
We got to off with their heads.
Slander. No. It's look. It's an inside joke. It's not meant to like Affinity one that got TCL TVs. Like,
oh yes, it is.
Oh my God!
I don't care.
We're not shaming you for having a
If
TCL. Don't listen to this man.
If you can pick your TV up at the door when you're walking out with a bag of popcorn, that's not the move.
Don't listen to this man. Okay, if you got a TCL,
it works for some, not for all. All right, so it's there.
Did you get a comforter and some sweatpants and a
Oh
TCL?
my God, yo!
You know what it is. You pick your TV up with some Raisinets. God bless.
6 packs of razors.
I'm done with y'all.
Gatorade.
There's some dudes out there that will hit up people with these nice TVs that can do 120 frames per second, right? And then they get these weirdo televisions that they got to add extra cables to, they got to add extra wires to, they got to get a run back through, and that stuff is not necessary when you purchase the premium.
Okay, then let me just say this. That is not the ILP.
Those thoughts reflect the opinion of one man.
King is going to shame you for having a TCL. The podcast is going to shame you for having a TCL.
I will say this to you.
This is a disclosure.
If you think that you're going to get the best experience out of a television you can pick up on the floor at the door, this is for you.
Oh my God.
Just everybody in the chat, just remind King that TCL is the best-selling TV on the planet.
Because the majority of people don't care.
But in like the top 10 of the best TVs last year, that Series 6 was one of them, right?
Anyway, let's get back to the super chat.
This was Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, we just went left. We went left. Let me get my brother.
Don't try to tell me about TCL. And I know these dudes.
We went left. Let me shout out to my bro.
Did you buy fertilizer in a TCL?
I can't.
It's at Home Depot. When you can buy your TV at Home Depot. Yo! Thank you, Assemble. That was great.
Savage. Anyway.
Get a snowblower and get your television.
How do you get a TV at Home Depot? It was on sale. It was at the front.
They're
in the shopping cart. They had 7 of them.
Yo, King's logic is if you bought
How did they have 7 of them? like he was buying Raisinets.
King's logic. If You know what? We ain't going.
We ain't gonna do it. Moving on. Time. I'll get the next super chat. Yeah, my bro, Evantis, man. Oh, salute. $10 super chat. That's my guy.
6 of them.
He lay on Symbol's dying. ILP is everywhere. Listening to Unlocked, and they dropped the ILP name. Congrats to all the success, Lords, as always, and keep the hard work going. Yo, salute to you, brother. It's a pleasure to podcast with you. The last word, I'm gonna say it live. You hate when I say it. It's the best damn Destiny podcast y'all ain't never heard. Please check out me and my brother. Subscribe to this channel. This guy does good content. And of course, yes, this will be rating about this. And, oh, stop being messy. And also, if you guys are looking for Outriders coverage, my boy is the ambassador for Outriders. Please check him out. He's got great videos. If you're getting back into Destiny, please check him out. My boy, the cheetah. Bontis at the Destiny can't fail. You know what I'm saying? Last word. Had to plug,
he's not a cheetah, it's the cat.
Yeah, he's not a cheetah. Yeah, you're right. He don't cheat in video games.
He's not cheating.
I mean, he is on PC.
Yes.
So he says he's probably cheating.
Savage. Yo, E, that's not for me. King's being messy.
Let's enunciate, gentlemen.
Yes, that's enunciate. That's correct. That's enunciate.
Let's be very clear.
Soft. Next one. Phase out.
Then we have Phase Out 007 with the £2 super chat. For God's sake, give me the last night and tune again. Yeah, that's another one. Last night.
Yes.
I was in an auditorium when they announced it last night, and I don't know. Then we got Z Black Rider, $10 super chat. Happy Sunday, Lords. This atheist supports the Book of X.
Oh, right.
Oh wow.
Book of X. Book of X. You already know.
Then we have Brap with the $2 super
Brap's
chat.
in here.
No doubt. Salute, Lords. Great to see Assemble on. Fantastic. Thank you, brother.
Salute.
We have Brad once again, $2 super chat. My TCL is in the bushes.
Thank you, sir.
Got Atmos going.
Oh, you got the Atmos working? Okay, yeah, because I saw you call me and we was working it out. Nice. You got your Atmos
God
together.
bless you. Threw away that TV. now throw away your opinions on the PlayStation.
Oh my God, leave him alone. Shout out to Brad.
You know what? I said the Iron Law joke.
I said, stop it.
Horrible. Then we got Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. Addict. It's not the same people with TCLs. King. Oh, yes, it is. That's my turn.
That was a funny segment.
The Iron Lords podcast.
Don't get it twisted. That's exactly what it is. Then we have the Everborn Saga with the $5 super chat.
Oh, salute.
I do.
I paid my $15 for Dolby Atmos back when I got my Astro A50s. Perhaps you get what you pay for the Book of X.
BX stand up.
Love it. I got my Astro A50s, like I said to you guys before. I was like, it was last year, and I love my headset. And really it came with like 2 years of Dolby Atmos, and I love it. And I got the base station as well, and rigged it to work with the PlayStation on my PS5.
Nice.
So I can just drop the headsets in either one.
Nice.
Because I was like, I need a Sony headset, and then I realized I could do that. But yeah, on the Xbox side, and throwing in Avengers. Put that on the Dolby, and you can go and change the equalizers and everything.
It's a different experience.
It's different, man.
I remember the first time I heard the 850s, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
It's different.
You don't get that with the TCL headset.
Oh my God! Wait, don't you encourage him?
TCL's got headsets.
You know what?
Yo, remember the old metal band with the orange cushions? The Sony joint.
You know how I know that
hair's on fire.
You know how I knew that Atmos thing was real? Like,
you're trying to go for a jog with those things.
You know how I knew the Atmos things was like real? Because me and John were playing Battlegrounds. It was when they first came out. I'll never forget it. I was at the top of the school, and you know there's like a staircase going all the way down to the first floor. And John doesn't have it. John has some TCL stuff. I don't know.
Wow, you got addict.
You got addict now.
We're sitting in this room, and I'll never forget. I was like, John, they're coming up the stairs. He's like, what are you talking about? And I'm literally hearing them like rotate around the staircase, coming up every staircase. And I was like, I'm telling you, just aim down the stairs.
They coming. Yo, bro, it hit different. It
saves lives.
KD's improved.
You know what game that really helps with?
Which one?
Rainbow Six Siege.
Yes, which I gotta play.
Yes.
Me and you gotta play. We gotta play the multiverse today.
Like, yo, they outside, they using gadgets.
Yeah.
What?
I've literally been right beside someone like thermiting a wall, and it just scares me.
Shoot right there, his face is right there. Shoot his face.
Shoot his face. I can't. Wow. So I'm getting super chat, sir.
Okay, then we have Alvin with the $10 super chat. Games like Souls and Stalker will lose what makes them special if you make them more accessible, Lord Saab. You lose the sense of accomplishment. It's how we got 2017 Justice League. It's how we got the 2017 Justice League. Great show, Lord. I will say this. What I mean by accessible is not making it easier, but there's some quality of life improvements that I think, especially when you talk about the game coming to console, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have eyes on that game that aren't people that necessarily play on PC where that Stalker lives, right? I want it to stay hardcore, yes, but I don't want it to just die on Xbox.
Okay.
That's my word.
I've always had the mentality when it comes to the hard games. Like, if the developers want to put in some easier mode, I don't really care. Like, and this is coming from someone that plays almost all of them you could think of. Like, like I don't think it's gonna devalue the core experience of the game if once the game's done, they're like, let's put a mode where you take more. It takes more health to kill you. Like, I don't think that exists. I think people like to put like a false reality.
I saw a Control developer just mention that same thing, you know, because a lot of people weren't ending the game, but then when you have the auto aim and one hit kills and stuff like that, they noticed that more people were ending their game and getting to different parts of the game like 20 hours in, where sometimes people will stop playing. If it gets too difficult for a certain demographic of people, they would just move on to the next game because, you know, the attention spans are like that now, you know, so I think that is, you know, some people are like it hard, pause, you know, put it there.
More super chat, y'all. We got a lot. Come on.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got 108 with the $2 super chat. TCL TVs come in bubble wrap on a plastic crate. Facts.
Savagery. Continue.
Then we got Adam Mass with the £2 super chat. XCloud going 1080p with Series X blades. Yes, that is on its way. Then we have Flame with the $2 super chat. You pay extra for the best, which is why I got a C10.
Yes, sir.
C10, not the best, but that's fine.
Well,
don't be disrespectful.
Well, dudes is really trying to save $500. Just pay the $500 because you're gonna pay the $500 in wires. So just get a better television.
So are we done with super
chats? Still got more.
Oh, we got plenty more. We got Cowboys Fan 04, $5 super chat. Every TCL TV comes with a $20 Instacart coupon. Get your groceries and your TCL. That's right.
It's all
I
TCL
want some broccoli. Let me get some broccoli.
No, I had to get a pack of gum at the end of the checkout, not to make it look weird, because I got broccoli and a TCL. I had to level this out.
How is it?
Imagine what that's like to be at like Kroger's and like you're done. It's like, are you done? Then you just put a TV on.
Yeah. It's like the TCL's an impulse buy.
Like at the checkout.
Do the giveaway.
And what you can do to make it look all nice, you put the TV in the middle, like stack the groceries around the TV.
Yo, I'm done with y'all.
You know the girl at the checkout when she's like, "Do you want the item of the week?" Which is like the toothpaste. She's like, "Do you want the TCL of the week?"
TCL of the week. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I can't. So
Wow.
He got the coupon.
The Iron Lords.
Yes. This does not reflect the opinions of all the Iron Lords. Moving on.
We have Clutch Man, $5 super chat. My super chat works again. Love the Xbox headset. And locked in on an X for my cousin. Pleasure missing to the best podcast on the planet. Thank you.
Thank you.
They said they wilded on TCL. They going on.
Then we have Stitch, $2 super chat. The Switch Lite has better resolution than TCL.
Oh
TVs.
my God, yo, we gonna lose that sponsorship. It's
sorry
over.
for next week.
It's over. Good to
Then we got LordCognito with the $5 super chat. My cousin asked for a good TV for his PlayStation 5. I tell him to buy a TCL.
Wow.
Well, they got variable
You
resolution.
don't like your cousin, do you?
You know what?
So you don't like your cousin.
You know what's gonna be like the true testing ground for King. King low-key sold out for those statues, man. He got to get rid of all the DC statues. That's just TCL pulled up in his. Here's the bag. Say
Here's
nice
the bag.
stuff.
Oh,
And
that's
I'm not
it.
talking about a little bag. I'm talking about a big bag. Say nice stuff.
Yo, the entire basement will have TCLs on the wall.
Yeah. He's gonna be the ambassador. They're gonna reach out to him to convince him.
If they give me the mini LED that can actually do 120 frames.
Oh, did the slander go stop?
And they actually step their bezel game up
They
and
put
they
it
can
in a
give
box,
me
not
12
bubble
bits.
wrap it.
Put it in a box.
Yeah, and actually finally I can go to the back and get my television. Please bring my TCL from the back.
Not off the floor.
Yeah, not on the floor.
Okay.
I'm just shaming the floor purchasers. You know, this is a difference. Like I see you guys all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I go inside the Best Buy and I talk to the guy and I'm like, yo, did the new television come in from the CS show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, Mr. Johnson. We have your order. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Ship it to my house. Thank you. Have a nice day. And I go and you pay. You know how real people pay and leave and they don't take anything with them. Right. Now, when you go in there, you be like, "Oh, the TCL 900, yeah."
Nobody goes in for the TCL. They don't call ahead to Best Buy and say, "Hey, do you have any more of the TCLs left in stock? Could you hold one for me?"
Yo,
I'm done.
I'm done.
Oh, we have 1700, sir. Right this time. They're all the whole stores.
Yo, we wildin'.
Okay, you have a partner in crime here.
Yeah, somebody go in.
It's like you walk up to someone, you ask them, "Can I buy this TCL TV?" And they give you directions to another warehouse.
Yo, I'm done. Moving on.
We have a lot of super
we got
chats.
a lot of super chats.
We got Brap once again with the $2 super chat. King, my Series X came with a bag of mulch.
Wow.
Yeah, that's nice, but you got one. I thought you wasn't getting it. I thought you had a powerful PC.
Leave him alone.
Don't come for me. I'll get you. Don't come for me unless I send for you.
He's gonna be able to. He's gonna be able to plant his flowers and watch TCL at the same time.
Well, he got that mode so he can bury that PlayStation.
Time. More super chats.
Then we got Eagles Fan 76. Thank you, boss. I appreciate it. Eagles Fan 76. $2 super chat. Salute to Atmos and Dolby Vision, the Book of X.
No doubt.
Then we have Z Black Rider, $5 super chat. Need to set you straight. Xbox Atmos works with any headset. It's simulated Atmos. Yes, I don't know who said otherwise.
Yes.
It's just whatever you buy it for.
Yeah.
That heads, because there are certain headsets that are more capable of doing it than others.
No doubt. Continue, sir.
Then we have ABBA with the $5 super chat. Insider programs for Xbox Series SX are testing games with Dolby Vision. Yes, somebody asked Jason Ronald this question a few weeks back.
Yes, talk your talk. Talk your talk, baby. Woo.
The games they're testing so far are what? BO3?
Yeah,
Gears
Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 3,
Gears 5.
Reckless, and Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yep, I'm mad. I don't have the update. Continue.
Nice. I think that's like Ring 1 or something like that. Then we got the Wise Old Gamer $2 super chat. Can I get Dolby Atmos on my Miracle Ear hearing aid?
Oh my God, savage.
You probably got it already.
Probably do.
Continue.
You've been
Wise Old
godfathered in.
Gamer once again with the $5 super chat. Apparently, TCL hands out medical licenses. The docs who almost killed me must have gotten their doctorate from TCL. Oh my God.
Lord. Moving on.
Well, we're glad you're here.
We're glad you're here, sir.
You're certified.
Surge that the TCL ain't going through.
This has been great. We literally made our
I
own
can buy
TCL.
vitamins and I can get a TCL. At the same time.
Wait, listen. When you get that
You're gonna buy
that nice check from TCL, but remember,
You're gonna buy a TCL TV. It's gonna have vitamins taped on the side of it.
Moving on.
Give
Time.
you your prescription
pack.
and then give you your TCL.
Time. Moving on.
Fun speculation, $5 super chat.
Oh,
Keep
my
up
homie.
the great content, Lord. It's great to see Matt on here. Thank you for shouting out his government name. Perfect.
yes,
Thank you.
salute.
Not only is he a great creator, he is also a great supporter of the community. Respect. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir.
Hello, Matt.
Yeah,
All
salute.
right, give you
Salute.
whole government. Whoa.
Hold on a second. We got jump. I know it was Smitty
Yeah,
Smith.
they clowning you. Saab
He's using his superhero name.
Saab needs to put his glasses on.
Yeah, you see me squinting, right? It's
Yeah.
about that time. Smitty Smith, $2 super chat. Well, damn, Assemble is out here destroying TCL.
That's my guy.
Then we have 108 Dragons, $2 super chat. ILP will be the reason no more TCL sell ever
This
again.
right.
Then we have Flame, $2 super
Let's
chat.
get 'em outta here.
If you bury a PS5 in mulch, do you get RDNA 3?
Wow.
There's just no way the amount of time that TCL is slandered on the show that
ridiculous.
some community
Oh,
manager
it's gotten back.
TCL
We're
have
done.
not
We're
seen
done.
it.
We're
Like-
done. Yeah, we're
Yo,
done.
you
No,
don't
no,
get
I care.
RDNA.
I'm willing to bet you they've already seen it. Like,
Oh, they know. They've seen it.
You don't get RDNA 3. You just get a faster SSD.
What else we got, Saul? We good?
We are caught up. Yes, we're done.
Jesus.
Right.
All right, I'll give my
Let's
thoughts, and then we can move on. Yeah, look, the Xbox, salute to them, man, because, what's it, Chris Charles and the team, really good to see. Because remember, y'all, like, in the beginning of the Xbox One gen,
Yeah.
Xbox wasn't in the space correctly. There was a lot of issues with devs. There were a lot of issues getting indies over, and Sony was in pocket. They had the reso guns. They had the greater relationship, the more commitment to indies, kind of thing. So it's good to see, Xbox kind of now be dominant in the space. And again, 12 minutes. I want to see Ascent, Stalker 2. I mean, they made a statement, I think, about what specifically is going to be seen, but I think it's still going to be showed out there. Look, they've just been on fire. It's been, I think, just as a whole, as a week, and leading up to E3, what King is talking about, it's just been positive news after positive news, and it's really good to see. They just been on this nice stretch. We had the Outriders news, smart delivery stuff with the Marvel Avengers came out. Now we got this. So it feels like every month now we're getting into this cadence. And the last thing I said, it really looks bright because, to King's point with E3, we'll have most likely now the Microsoft event, but there's the operating as that separate entity, like a extra E3, like the next day. So it's going to be a lot of content. It's a slam dunk. It's a great thing. I think it's
you think they'll have like a third party thing like they did last year?
That's a good question, right? Because they had the third party.
Think there'll be gameplay at this one?
I don't think they're going to make the same. I don't think.
I really don't think they're going to make the same mistakes.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Especially with Bethesda's team, their marketing team. Pitching in.
Yes.
Because
Aaron Losey ain't having it.
She ain't having it.
Both Aarons there.
Yes.
I think they will work in a Batman Robin type of situation, and they will fix whatever issues. Like I think our original Aaron for us so far, will bring heart. Because he really cares, right? And I think new Aaron will bring that punch.
New Aaron,
the double team Aaron. That double, you getting double dose of Aaron over there.
You guys hear me?
I hear you now. Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm because my YouTube is frozen.
Oh no, you Gucci. No, I was gonna say King, you on to something, bro. I was literally gonna say it because the underrated aspect of the deal, in my opinion, with ZeniMax and Bethesda, is one thing we've always preached from the high heavens. We go on to almost every 3 that we can, and we always say Bethesda puts on the best show. Yes. We look forward to the Bethesda conference. Physically,
we're upset if we don't get it.
We're upset if we don't get it. If you don't get it, Bethesda, be mad. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what time it is. You know what's popping. They know how to think. And I think what you said is perfect. Their marketing team and the way they celebrate stuff to be now integrated into Microsoft, to help Microsoft. Because let's be honest, we always be like, Microsoft, what's up with the marketing sometimes?
That's the problem.
Right. It'd be hit and miss. They know how to sell the fight.
They got that flair.
Right. And they know how to do the mic drop. They know how to do this.
I think they helped with that Bethesda
round table. Yes, and the video. Yes.
I think they really had because that was, to be honest, I ain't gonna. That was my problem with Microsoft.
I mean, you don't even really need to look too much past the fact that Pete Hines is the one hosting it. So clearly, that was his people. And I don't know. Obviously, they both could have came together, but the way it seemed like Pete Hines was hosting, it felt like that was his.
No, I'm just talking about that video, that 1 minute and 20-second video of they're together. I think they helped out a lot with that because Bethesda's like intro videos or promo videos for games. Yeah, they get the buzz popping, man.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I think, like I said, that to me will help transition into E3. And again, I'm just excited. And again, I wish my brother was here, Dizzy, because we were talking about this, is that our only fear was like, we didn't want them to merge it into one thing where it's just too much news, it's too much on one day. Right. Now it's almost like you're getting 2 shows, you know what I'm saying? Yes. So that's the part, you know what I'm saying, me and Dizzy would talk about, and it was just lit because, now, I'm just excited. I think it's a perfect marriage. They've had the relationship from way back, you know what I'm saying, since Morrowind and all that stuff. And overall point with this thing, I think this is a good stepping stone with again, keep expectations in check. It's going to be indie games only, but we're just getting more Xbox news.
Halo's going to be there. No, it's not. Show like 100 games. I just want to say this. There's 500 plus people, almost 600 people here.
Y'all having fun. Y'all laughing.
Assemble only was going to give us an hour.
Yes.
Please, I mean, share this out, get this up. Let's
subscribe to his channel.
Let's go. Respect this man's
time. You know what I'm saying? He out here slandering TCL. He deserves support.
It's bear paws and goldfish.
And you see, he was like, "Yo, eat this and have fun."
Just shaking it on the table.
The kids ain't eating right because he.
like a Bethesda party. I ordered pizza too. It'll be here in a couple.
Oh man, look, we gotta move on. We'll do the next two very, very quick hitter-ish.
Your dad is the greatest.
Anyway,
I'm here all the time.
So you want to get the super chat before we move on to the next one?
Yeah, we have the wise old gamer once again, $2 super chat. Did Adam cut his beard using a razor from TCL?
Oh my god!
No, that's just because I just trimmed it. I didn't shave the edges.
Thank you for your edge comment.
For the details, I appreciate
you for
it.
the
Well, no,
details.
like my beard just grows so fast. Like literally, like it's already starting to come back already. Like.
Moving on.
I would steal his beard energy. Just sit there siphon.
So I've got the glasses. We ready? Let's go.
Yeah, I can see again. Then we have Rocker Corey, $5 super chat. You guys are so funny. I laughed so hard my coffee almost snorted out of my nose.
That's the Lord's
how
work.
Xbox is making moves to change the mind share lately. Yes, they are.
Yes, facts.
Yes, they
Thank
absolutely
God.
are. Then we have Mass Erect
Oh,
with the $2
man,
super
that's
chat.
it with that name, bro.
man.
Yeah, I heard them TCLs come with our DNA.
Yeah, that's the extra RDNA that the PlayStation. So if you take your PlayStation 5 and you put it with a TCL, you get RDNA -1.
Moving on.
Then we have Evan with the $10 super chat. Sony bought Evo since they won't have games to announce at their events after filled by Sega and Capcom. At least their Android phones can run xCloud. Maybe Nadella will buy some pity ads.
It's actually the next topic.
Yes, we're about to do that. Are we caught up?
Yeah, we're caught up.
All right, look, let's get into it, y'all. Real quick hitters. So look, man. So we got the big announcement. You know what I'm saying? Sony buying Evo. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this went across the interwebs. Says the Sony made a statement. Today we're thrilled to announce the next chapter in the story of PlayStation Evo, the world's largest and longest running fighting game tournament. They said Sony Interactive Entertainment has teamed up with RTS to acquire Evo through a joint venture partnership. So basically they talk about the co-founders Tom and Tony Cannon. They will remain closely involved in an advisory role to ensure Evo continues to service the fighting game community, and then also some statements in reference to basically the history of what was going on with Evo, which I didn't know, which was obviously because of COVID. They were forced to halt in-person competition last year. The organization's makeup event EVOOnline was then shut down for allegations of sexual misconduct, which I did not know. I had no idea this went on.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, so basically before the announcement, the future of Evo was in flux, and then other statements was made in reference to, I guess there was some concern that when Sony purchased it, that because it's Sony, that there would be it wouldn't be any multi-platform tournaments. And they actually made a statement. It would be open to games on all platforms despite its new PlayStation 10 ownership. And then they made a final statement.
I think that's cap.
Okay, I'm just repeating what they said. And they just said, basically, they realized how important this was. They want to thank everyone for their community support. And Evo said they're thrilled to work with the teams at PlayStation and RTS to bring you Evo 2021 online this August. So more information will follow. So look, this went across the interwebs this week. There was a lot of comments here and there about this stuff. So Lord Assemble, Evo being saved by Sony, the purchase. What do you feel about this?
I think it's good for Evo. I mean, to be purchased by Sony, I think it gets the branding behind it. Sony's got a ton of fighting games, and be able to kind of own that space and narrative. And I'm thinking of kind of like Microsoft doing with Bethesda deals and all these acquisitions, and not to go there anymore if we have, but really just try to own different spaces in different markets. And I think it's kind of maybe it's the only step in going down that road of that market, of going to the fighting game market. But if Sony's got that name behind it, or excuse me, if Sony is owning that naming and that brand, it just I think opens up the world more for streaming, for these events, and you're getting the large Sony brand behind it, and that's going to be good for them. And I think it's good PR, and it just broadens it again for a lot of the fighting games that they have on the Sony side. That's a good piece. That's a lot of legacy with Sony. And to kind of bring them together, I think it's good for Sony. And because of all the allegations and what was going on with all the misconduct, I believe for some people like very high up at Evo and where this was going on. I think they got to a point, in my own speculation, I would say they got to a point where like, look, we can't salvage this. Our brand and what we have done and all of this coming, like, it's not good. So for Sony to come in and go, let's just take it, made an offer and we're done. I think it's kind of the best of both worlds.
No doubt, no doubt. Well said. Lord Addict, fighting game enthusiast you are. What do you feel about this?
It's literally, I couldn't care less about the whole Evo thing. Like when they said Evo, like I knew what Evo was because I'm not dumb. But you know, I remember I saw a lot of people on Twitter says, Evo, what game do they make?
Oh my God. Jesus.
It's like, look, like I do think that people are taking away from it a little bit too much because at the end of the day, I do think it would be easier to go to people like Capcom and stuff and work out some type, you know, even full exclusivity Street Fighter. It's like, look, like we own Evo. That's literally where you shine. Like we'll give and stuff like, you know, they say, well, we're gonna do multi-platform stuff. They'll do multi-platform stuff, but Sony's definitely gonna be like, get PlayStation. Like,
Well, they're gonna have
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're gonna do multi-plat stuff, but they're talking about we're still gonna let the Nintendo Switch and play Smash. Like, that's literally
they
what
got no choice.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
I get what you.
I guarantee you there'd be very little Xbox stuff going on at EVO now.
Well, Xbox
very
don't have a
remember,
fight game.
and remember, it's not PlayStation who bought them. It's Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Yes.
They operate separately.
Yeah, but Sony's still going.
No,
to
we're gonna
the
keep the same
brand-
energy. We're gonna keep that same energy.
But the branding, like it's one of those things where they're not going to be able to get away with like it's only PlayStation. They can't.
Yeah, no. I understand what you're saying, but we're gonna keep that same energy, like we do. We're not gonna separate. What I've noticed on Twitter is people like to separate Microsoft from Xbox, and we're not doing that no more.
Okay.
We're gonna keep your companies as a whole.
We're not doing that no more.
That's
I
right.
think-
We're not doing
He's
that.
like,
I'm
we're
changing-
gonna do it so that it fits my narrative.
Listen. You know what true bosses do? They skew it so it look right for them.
I feel that.
Anyway,
I feel that.
so we going to allow y'all to have that PlayStation purchase. And y'all got that. Y'all Sony, y'all got that. Y'all got that. In other news, Microsoft brought Blockbuster.
Are you?
Did you get that?
Yes.
Did you get how stupid that was? It was dead, right? You brought something dead. So Evo to me is dead right now. Like nobody went because they had to be shut down. So you brought something on the cheap. You saw something on the floor like a TCL. Let me get that.
I do think that has a lot to do with it.
Mhm.
I think they probably bought
Check this
Evo
out.
for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah,
And-
they did.
and
Pennies
I
on the
think
dollar.
when
Cheap
it's
something
coming down to
dying.
it, let's be real here. Like they can use that to elevate the PlayStation
But
brand. Like, look,
what happens if this happens?
can I
Eric?
talk?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, what happens if this happens? What happens if Microsoft actually buys Capcom and Street Fighter is a Xbox exclusive? How does your Evo smells then?
I just
Like a TCL.
I get that, but like unless that's already been made, I don't see that happening now. Like I don't see Capcom. I don't see who makes Tekken.
Namco.
I don't see Namco. I don't see any head-to-head fighter like even being marketed by my Xbox now. Because like at the end of the day, because look, their highlight.
He's right.
Like,
He's right.
They want to go to EVO. They want to be a huge presence at EVO, and if they're being marketed by Microsoft, even
and this
like,
is the
Sony
thing,
gonna
though.
look at them a little.
None of
funny.
these
Like,
games, even what's weird about this purchase is that they had that cachet already. If you look at the vast majority of games that are played at EVO, apart from when Killer Instinct was there, apart from Smash, they're played on PlayStation consoles.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is kind of like a technicality, right? Like so now it's just a matter of the branding is going to be PlayStation. And like Addict said, I think in our chat, when we first heard about this, I made the joke like, oh, they bought fighting games. Because that's what they did. They bought fighting games. They bought, all of the buzz around fighting games is now going to be Sony buzz per se.
When Sony goes to Capcom, when Sony goes to Namco, and they were like, look, we're interested in marketing your game. Like they could do something Microsoft can't do now. It's like we could put a huge focus on at EVO. Like literally they're pinnacle. Like that's what all of them want to do. Because if they're big at EVO, it's probably going to lead to sales more in the next game. Okay. And I just see that happen. I see, I could totally see now 100%, not 100%, like 70% chance that the next Street Fighter might be exclusive because at the end of the day, Xbox has been losing that market. And I don't do that market, but I've been told they used to have it.
Yeah.
But now it's just like now they're never gonna get it, like 100%, unless they're gonna have to come out with Killer Instinct 2 and smash that out the park before they even remotely try to grab the head-to-head fighter.
Your point on Street Fighter is good, right? Because you could have, if they have Evo and they go, look, let's beef up Street Fighter at the next event, and it will be like plastered everywhere for you. And in return, they could. Street Fighter may not be exclusive on the Sony side, but it might be a timed exclusive, or it will be exclusive DLC or characters
well, the last
or whatever.
One was exclusive to
and it's like I said, I'm not saying 100%.
Yeah.
That, I do think they can use that because I think at the end of the day, people are going to care what's going on in Evo because the fighting community cares what's going on.
I see. You know what happens when you mess with people with money? This is what happens when you mess with people with money. People with money, and you give them the opening to smash what you just did, right? This is a grand opportunity. All right. So, Phil, I know you're watching. As a matter of fact, let me address you properly. Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer.
Yes.
I know you watching. Aurelius real extra.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I want you to make this so-called win feel like feces in their sock.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I want you to go out and just like you said, you did not like what they did with Street Fighter when they locked it out from the Xbox console and everybody was championing, oh, Sony did a great move because when Xbox does something like that, it's a horrible move. They locked it out. Xbox gamers could not play Street Fighter.
Right.
I want you and Satya to walk in there like the bosses you are. To Capcom and throw the money on the table and make sure that next Street Fighter is a Game Pass exclusive. That we get the chance to partake in this and make Evo bend the knee to Microsoft.
Hold on. A lot of stock in Evo. Jesus.
I don't normally.
Y'all going extra.
When it comes to topics, I don't normally address the chat, but people are saying, "Oh, Evo is suddenly this huge talking point now that Sony bought it." Look, I'm not saying that. They're like, this is huge for the PlayStation brand, but the PlayStation brand is the go-to for fighters, and they bought literally the king of tournaments for fighters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, fighting is a niche market, but it's a huge niche market.
Yes,
and the fact that they have that, they can leverage that to do anything they want in the fighting market.
Nobody's saying that it's Bethesda level because it's not.
Right.
But I like that though. I like that because you know what? When Meek Mill and Drake was battling, and Meek Mill dropped some song or whatever, and Drake dropped one of these weak. It was a weak song. I remember that.
Duppy Freestyle.
No, it wasn't Duppy Freestyle because Duppy Freestyle was fire. It was some baby lotion joint. You could not. You hated it.
Yes,
and
I remember.
He was like, this baby lotion stuff is not what we want to hear.
Right.
And then Back to Back came after that. So this is the baby lotion. This is they. Microsoft did Bethesda, and they come with Evo. Like you said, somebody told you, what does Evo make? Like, what game does they make?
Right.
They have to come with something that hits.
Hustler motivated correct us. He said the song was charged up. I'm charged up.
Yes, charged up.
Yep.
Yes, there you go. And it was baby lotion stuff and right? So
you gotta stop calling it that.
This Evo
is a baby lotion equivalent.
This is charged up. But the Duppy Freestyle is gonna come next, and I'm waiting for Sony's true response to the Bethesda. This is what I'm talking about. But this is nice. They got something on the cheek.
This is nice, but it's like I was talking to Cognito yesterday. Like, I don't think do they have the money to make a Bethesda purchase?
No.
Yes.
That's why I'm having fun.
They definitely have the money, but can they convince investors to spend probably 50% of their liquid assets?
No,
I don't think.
They don't need to right now, right? Because you can't get a PS5.
You can't get a PS5.
But the thing is it's just like happened at the beginning of last generation. And people keep saying they don't have to, they don't need to, Microsoft doesn't need to do this. Sony ain't dropping nothing. And then guess what? That road eventually ends, and then you got Bloodborne's hitting. You got all these games hitting back to back. Like right now, Sony don't have to do nothing. But if they don't make premeditated stuff to do stuff right now, if they start in a year from now, and Microsoft starts dropping a game every other month,
Right.
They're
You're
gonna
talking about
outpace
cadence.
them.
You're talking
I mean,
about cadence.
about cadence, yeah. I mean, we talked last week about how do they answer, right? And this week they've already shown how they're going to answer. They're going to answer the way they always have, right? Second party deals,
Yes.
right? We have Haven coming from Jade Raymond, right? Well, not the game is not Haven, the studio. She's making a game.
Yes.
Anybody want to put money down on what that kind of game that is?
Third person over the shoulder.
Oh, maybe so.
Maybe so.
Right? Maybe so. And then what else do we have? We have Project Athia. We have Forspoken now.
Which we're gonna get into next topic.
They're doing what they always do.
That's
you
nice.
know.
And I get that, Solve, but at the same time, one of the biggest people they always go to is Square Enix, correct? I mean, I think we can
That's
agree
the next
with that.
topic.
There's only so many studios making games at Square Enix. Like, are they going to buy 2 or 3 games a year from Square Enix? They can't. The Square Enix don't have that many
they're
games.
They're going to buy The Silent Man Part 2. Remember that?
Anyway, we jump in. Look, man, look, at the end of the day, you know, I thought it was interesting. Obviously, I want to shout out my man, Jeff Grubb. Shout out to Game On Daily. I was hosting and Jeff Grubb was on. He had the funniest tweet. He goes, when, you know, what you call, he says that Jim Ryan, he's like, I don't care what it is, just buy something. And then, and then he had the Evo announcement, which I thought was hilarious. Clearly, in my opinion, this is not a response thing. You know what I'm saying? As much as everyone
It's charged up.
It's not charged up. It's not the baby lotion that's king.
You don't get to control
this
that
is,
narrative.
What kind of response this is, oh God, Evo's about to go out of business. We own that market. So let's buy it for pennies on the dollar. We can use that to sly our advantage on certain marketing deals, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. But this isn't going to like elevate the PlayStation. It's not like they're picking up the brand.
I feel sometimes as gamers we act like act like this is an episode. Tune in next week and Sony's gonna respond. It's not.
Question. Yeah. So is this what came first? Ether or Super Ugly? Which came first?
Ether came first, then Super Ugly.
So this is their Super Ugly.
Oh
right?
my!
This is their Super
This
Ugly.
is them in the lab responding to ZeniMax.
I love this. Jeff Grubb is on to something. Jeff, you on to something. He said, "Yo, buy anything." And they was like, "Well, how about Evo? I don't know what they make, but get it."
Listen. I think, like I said, like for them, this purchase solidifies relationships with the fighting game community that they've already had, right?
Yes.
In terms of saving Evo, absolutely. In terms of saving Evo,
is to maintain their spot in the fighting market.
Exactly, and to make that narrative be all around Sony, right? It also in terms of making money, right? They're not going to really make money from this until they can get back into arenas.
Yo, you heard it.
And
you know online, right?
And that's the thing, though.
The worst online in the business.
And let's talk about online, right? When it comes to professional fighting games, fighting online is kind of unacceptable, right? For professional sort of competition, right? Right. Plus, a lot of these games don't have what they call rollback netcode. Rollback netcode is the best possible scenario you have for fighting online.
Right.
A lot of these games don't necessarily have that, right? So they're
you said a rollback netcode.
You know rollback netcode. So the thing about it is,
I've never heard that a day in my life. But it sounds like the funniest thing ever.
Well, that's the thing.
You know what the funny thing is?
All these games have different types of netcode, right? And rollback is always proved to be the one that's...
Oh, you said netcode.
Netcode,
I thought you said rollback netcode. Thank you, Assemble. I thought I was the only one who heard that.
You know what the funny thing is about this PlayStation thing, that now they own Evo. The chat,
actually, we can't say the chat is mad. They keep saying they do not own Evo.
Well, they co-own it.
They're mad when they keep saying that.
Yeah. Look, they have a say what happens in Evo, regardless what you feel. So I mean, whatever it is, but like when it comes to let's let Microsoft a couple years bring back Killer Instinct. So now Microsoft got to talk to them about bringing Killer Instinct to Evo.
Right. And it's that thing where like now there's the potential for for Nintendo to be a client, for Xbox to be a client if they want to come back in the structure. Right. This is their thing, right? So but I think at the end of the day, they really want to get back into arenas so they can make money off of the arena presence.
Right.
And then after that, it's just the association where when you think of fighting games, you're going to think of PlayStation. And it gives them another venue to announce things.
Yes,
right?
I agree.
Obviously, And that, you know, and that's Sony's bag.
Not to mention they, you know, Sony could make their own fighting game.
Yeah.
I doubt it will happen, but
exactly, they can use this as a
where's
platform.
the perfect place to announce something?
Right,
like that?
Evo's always been that
like-
place when the new Tekken character, the Mortal
Exactly,
Kombat character comes out. You make. I just finished my point because that's literally what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, like you said. Sorry, you said it great. Like name and brand association. You know what I'm saying? And then also, let's be real. They're saving the fighting game community. It is a niche market, like Attic is saying. I'm not going to sit here and cap like, oh, it's the greatest market, even though it's one of my favorites. It's near and dear to me. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on fighters. I grew up on that Mortal Kombat, that Street Fighter, that Tekken. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad it's not going away. So to see them partner, what happened, kid?
No, I looked at. We had 2 dislikes, and I noticed somebody took their dislike away.
Oh, salute. That's
no,
what's
he
up.
put it back right now.
Because you started talking. You started talking TCL,
He
and
put
then it went
back.
left.
He put it back right now.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Let me give us 3.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. So, like I said, you know, that was that, and then, you know, again, I didn't know about the scandal. I didn't know. Obviously, I know about the. Yeah, it's all now. Just keep talking. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, at the end of the day, you know, it's great to have that association. Also, Solve and Attica onto something. Like I said, as far as presence and mind share, right? Because when they're gonna be playing them fighting games, you know what I'm saying? You gonna
have
be,
that PlayStation
you
controller.
gonna see, you know what I'm saying? You gonna see.
Well, look, they only got
you know what
one
I'm saying?
color, so you're gonna see that white.
I mean,
Oh,
look,
my God.
look at the effect that happened.
when they gonna get some new colors?
Like,
Let's talk about
look
that.
At,
Let's
look,
not.
look at the effect that happened with Call of Duty. How many years?
Exactly.
When Microsoft lost the Call of Duty brand marketing license,
Yeah.
that it took before they deemed that a PlayStation
Right,
game.
it almost feels like
Yeah.
an exclusive, and we know about the Street Fighter stuff and all that. Look, at the end of the day, the only fanboy I think I would say King ain't gonna like this, but I do feel the PlayStation controller, as far as the D-pad, is
the D-pad
superior
and
for
the
fighting games.
face
I
buttons.
got now this is not it
No, I
for the
gotta say
FPS.
this, right? I
Now
gotta say
this is it for the FPS. Now
I
for
gotta say this.
hold on, for FPS is this,
Yeah.
but for the fighting is
No,
this.
but I do have
Yeah.
to say this because I just downloaded the Street Fighter 30
Yeah, let's go.
Collection Edition,
Mm-hmm.
and I just had to put, it was a statue on the line when I was fighting this dude,
Mm-hmm.
and shout out to Microsoft for giving me the best controller in the business to beat the brakes off this dude, and I smoked him like a cigarette. So,
Salute.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that,
Mm-hmm.
because when I was using that PlayStation clunky controller,
Oh,
I
Lord.
lost. So I don't care for the controller in the fighting genre. I like mine. Thank you so
I
much.
like the D-pad. I'm
Yeah,
just-
I like the
that's-
responsiveness
Yeah.
of the input latency on the Xbox. So let's go there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
I
When
mean,
they gonna
and
get some
listen-
colors up? Just get the colors right so I can buy another controller.
And
Anyways,
Sony,
that I won't
the,
use.
The, the mind share in terms of fighting games has been with Sony since the PS1. Like the moment we saw Battle Arena Toshinden
Facts.
and Tekken
Woo!
1, and there was that transition to 3D polygons from 2D, right? Like it was, it was kind of, it's been a Sony thing. We've seen inferior ports of Tekken on the Xbox and things like that. So it makes sense. It makes sense. I want to see how much money they make from this once they're able to get into, into arenas. But at the end of the day, I think this is what they want. Like when you think of fighting games, you think of PlayStation.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I do. Before we go on to the next topic, I
Yes.
do need like a little announcement.
Yeah, what's up? Go ahead.
I know I've seen people comment about it. I guess that they really liked what me and King did with the playing games thing. So I've been talking to them briefly. You know, we do want to do like more of a like us play a game thing.
Yeah.
But we don't really have like a sense of where to go with that. So what I'll probably do is the members and the Patreons, go into whatever form you can to those. Like I think there's a community post on members. Put games in there that you would like to see the Lords play, and then
I'm gonna play that new game with you.
and then we'll go over those games, and then what we'll do is we'll take like the 4 best ones, and we'll make a poll on Twitter for everyone to choose from.
No
Well,
doubt.
please, y'all vote for that new game that's from the
It Takes
same
Two.
people that It Takes Two.
But I kind of want to play something that has 4, like a good
Yeah.
4 players.
No, I just want to play with you. Pause.
Damn, no Lord, no Solve, no Cog. All right.
Yo, I think me and him have this Mel Gibson,
y'all do.
Danny
Danny
Glover.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
buddy. It's like a buddy cop.
Yo, it
joint,
is
yeah.
so lit. It is so. I really had such a great time. I'm not saying
I like to have a
Sol's
relationship with
not being a
Saul,
lurch.
but he's single player. like so often, so I don't get a chance to play games.
Exactly.
So you can't
What
have
you mean
a-
exactly?
but the thing is, you can't have a Mel Gibson relationship with Saul. He ain't.
Exactly. Moving along. We gotta move on. Time. Get the super chat. Time.
So it is like, what is it? What's the name of that? New York Undercover? That's the We New York Undercover.
Yeah.
You got to start thinking of the
Clearly.
movies.
Clearly.
Yo, you just said something that
Left.
went
It went
all
over
our
so many heads.
directions.
Yeah, fine. They don't even know about that. So
They're
super
like,
chats. We gotta move on. We
excuse me.
late. We crazy late. Come on.
Come on, let's get to this last
one.
one.
Last
Hold on
topic.
a second. It got pushed back. Hold on a second.
Assemble got
Sony
kids.
boy.
Now,
Okay.
he gave them gummy bears.
We got
and
Philly Eagle $5 super chat. Evo topic. Time. No one cares here. Let's be real. Thank you, Philly Eagle.
Philly bad because I
After-
said the D-pad of the Sony. He
After,
bad.
after 30 minutes of the topic, it's over now.
It's over.
Then we got JD Gamer, $5 super chat. Sony bought Evo because Microsoft probably did buy Capcom and WB, and Sony will have no good fighting games on their platform.
Tell
So
the truth.
Sony bought Evo to have something. Oh my god.
They swear this is an episode, anime
Then-
episode.
Then we have Everything Gaming with the $4 super chat. It's Irish Carp here. Looking forward to future collaborations. Thank you, Irish Carp. No
You
doubt.
already know.
Yes,
Salute.
sir.
Then we got What Away Dragons, the $5 super chat. TCL are cheap like those old school kung fu slippers from the 80s that we all had back in the day. Slippers with the brown bottom.
With the brown body,
I remember I used to buy those for $2.
Yes. Yo, he know he taking it back. What are we taking it back?
Next to the TCL.
Yeah. Buy your chanclas next to
The
the
chocolates? Oh my god.
Yeah, Bruce Lee slippers.
Bruce Lee
Then we
joints.
got-
Side of the Square Enix thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm
We
trying.
got JD Gamer, $2 super chat. Sony is a partner in the Evo purchase, not a sole owner. Yes, we've reiterated.
Yes, we
that. I know.
reiterate. Thank you for correcting.
Then we have the Wise Old Gamer, $5 super chat. Sony thought they were buying a Samsung Evo SSD drive for the PS5. They didn't realize Evo was a tournament until it was too late. Yo!
Yo, he wildin'. He wildin'. He disrespectful. Continue.
Wow,
He's
that was,
disrespectful.
that's
That
one of
was
the
really
best.
That's one of the
good.
best ones. The timing was great. The timing was great. Continue.
Then we have Mass Erect with the
Oh.
$2 super chat.
He out here, son.
Evo,
He out here.
Evo equals no games and broke pockets. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Then we have JD Gamer, $5 super chat. Nothing happens in a vacuum, and Sony knows something. Hint: Microsoft is buying a company that is big in the fighting game genre. So who do the lords think it is? We don't know. We'll see.
Do not get me started on this. And I know if they purchase Capcom, I know for a couple of years these games will be cross-platform. But then when you start getting these exclusive games, it'll be nuts. But if they do that and Street Fighter is only on Xbox, this is another time where you can bury your PlayStation.
Savage.
Wow.
Moving on.
And we got JD Gamer, $5 super chat. Nothing happens. Oh no, I got that one. Nene, 28, $5 super
Oh,
chat.
Nene. Watch me whip.
Sony bought Evo so the PlayStation 5 gamers can unlock hard drive expansion. Oh my god. Then we have Flame, $2 super chat. King, what did TCL do to you? You going hard on it.
Hey, actually, I just see them in the store and I'm trying to get out and they blocking me. It's like
Keep boxing you in with the
Boxes, yeah.
I'm putting them in the way.
Oh my god.
Then we have Paul AFC, £5 super chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Then we got JD Gamer, $10 super chat. If Microsoft buys WB and Capcom, that's three of the most iconic franchises in the fighting game community. And Microsoft can then create their own Evo. Street Fighter, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat
Did they buy
exclusive
like some Twitch something?
equals Fatality.
Mhm.
They
He
brought
bought some sort of esports
tournament
team or
something.
organization,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Alexander Dark 91, $5 super chat. Just wait until Xbox buys WB and gives Ed Boon the money to make Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat, and their own version of Smash Bros.
WB would be
That'd
I
be
just want the
crazy.
WB deal so I can get Batman. So then you got Spider-Man on Sony,
Oh,
and then
that'd
I
be
got
fire.
Batman on
Yeah, that'd be
Xbox.
fire.
That's all I would want.
That'd be fun.
I know it's Rocksteady, but
They're
still.
gonna have to pay $7 billion for
Arkham
Batman.
Knight? Yeah, I know.
That new Arkham Knights.
When you get to 4
I wish
town,
they
we'll read
would.
that.
Yes.
I want that. It's
Yeah, I
delayed.
want that game so bad.
Then we have Black Ronin, $5 super chat. Drake is baby lotion. Xbox is Pusha T and drops infrared.
Woo! That infrared. Ooh.
Listen.
Nah, I can't go like that now. I can't go like that. Oh.
I'm a huge Drake fan, and your man had a moment to shine. Now he back in the bushes. Nobody mentioned that. He over here giving no Pusha T, no light over here. Get him up out of here.
The life
Drake
of
all day.
Adidas.
Then we have Drunken Ninja, $3 super chat. Reiterating again, Sony is co-owner now of Evo, not a
Jesus.
full owner. Yeah, I really want to make
They
Really
don't
with
let
the
them
semantics.
shine, right? You
Yeah.
don't want them get they shine. I hear that.
Then we have Mass Erect once again with the $2 super chat. Doesn't Microsoft own their own esports company? Yeah, we were just talking about
We just talking about that.
All right, I was reading off the
like
list.
Christopher Hart
what you
said,
call it?
Microsoft purchased Bethesda.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, what you call it? Wants the Forte comment? Attic wants that.
Is that next?
Yeah.
Okay. Starting in advance added question for the realm. Do you think Game Pass ends up on the Switch? Would it deter
That's your argument with him.
Nintendo first party?
Well, are you going to answer this, Addict?
Are you
No, we
answering?
can keep going. We can
Well, we gotta respect Forte. That's the homie.
Yeah, we've talked about like we always say, oh, it'll be on Switch, right?
Right.
But think about the semantics of that, right?
Mhm.
It would have to be a custom version
Yes.
that doesn't have third-party games on it.
Correct.
Right? It would only be
Yes.
Microsoft stuff, right?
Correct.
And then when you think about it, they're not going to develop these games individually to
Right.
function on the Switch. So it would
Streaming.
have to be xCloud.
Streaming.
And until we
Yeah.
get to the point where xCloud and streaming as a whole is viable enough that experience is viable,
Right.
it's
And I
not really
think-
viable.
Now,
I think
okay,
the
hold on.
next
Let
play
Assemble
is-
get in. Let
What-
Assemble
what-
get in.
what Assembly
No,
said?
just I think that there's Xbox's Game Pass next play is TVs. It's smart TV
Yes.
app.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that having to deal with, like you're saying, the
Mhm.
logistics and the nightmare of dealing with the Nintendo or
Right.
dealing with Sony, why go after that market when it's easier to go to your TCL, go to your Samsung, and get the
Yes.
app
Right.
on
To
the TV?
your point, though,
But TCL doesn't work with that.
I agree, Assemble. But to your point, I
He said
think
TCL doesn't have apps.
you're stupid. To your point, Assemble, I think though, if you look at the statement by Phil when he says
Yeah.
places where Game Pass exists, I think that's the opening that he's leaving, open for
for sure.
for the
For
majors,
sure.
right? So it's like if you want it, then obviously not saying that they're
he's not
gonna do
gonna
it.
say
Hold on.
Right.
Let me put something in here. Okay, let's say
Oh, Lord.
the Switch does go, the xCloud does go on the Switch.
Right.
Like when 5G starts taking effect, and
Right.
they incorporated 5G into the Switch,
Right.
and you're able to fully play xCloud
Mhm.
to how they describe it.
Right.
60 frames, 60 frames,
Yeah.
1080p, 1440p. I don't know,
Yeah.
but you get what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Do you think that the option of the games on Game Pass
Mhm.
would deter people away from playing less first party Nintendo games because they're playing all the first party Microsoft games on Game
No.
Pass?
I don't think so, because I think you buy the Nintendo. The branding
But
and
that-
everything of Nintendo is like I buy it for those games.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything
but
else is
that's the standpoint now because those games aren't on the Switch.
Now I will say this: that
if
might
you
be,
can literally
that might
play
be
Fable-
Nintendo's thinking. That
If
might
you
be
can play,
Nintendo's thinking.
if you could play Fable on the move, and you could play, let's say, they have the EA, so I mean that means the majority of the sports games are going to be in there. You have, it's like I said, like Splatoon sells the way Splatoon does because Call of Duty's not on that platform. Battlefield's not on that platform.
Right.
It's
I say
easier
this.
to sell games when you have no competition.
I say this, right? And to your point that you might be right in that aspect, but and Assemble might be right as well, because I believe when you purchase that console, specifically a Nintendo
You're
console,
getting it for
you're getting it for that Mario, those games that will never ever show up anyplace else.
I feel like
And
that's
if
true.
you have Game Pass, to your point, if you have Game Pass on it, I would play my Switch more in between those lulls,
Right.
because I don't
Yeah.
play it now. It
Right.
catches more dust than my PS5.
Right.
So
I feel like that's true,
you're right.
but I do feel like to a point, a
don't
lot of
think it
people pick
diminishes
up a
the game,
Switch because of the portability,
Right.
and
Right.
and a lot of
Now-
people pick up a Switch for like Pokemon, and they buy other stuff because there's nothing else to play on it.
Now, does it throw a wrench in it if you're talking? You made a good point about a next gen Switch having, like, say they get to 5G,
Right.
or it can handle more of the
That's
online.
something.
What if a little wrench in it is if Nintendo finally releases or puts back on a browser on Switch, because then I can access my Game Pass and my xCloud,
Yeah, I didn't think about
That'd
that.
be
which is
nuts.
what the deal was with iPhone, wasn't it? Because
Right.
they had all the issues with I can't get the app on
Mhm.
Apple.
Right.
So they had to work around it, and people were going through the browser. It could be a situation where they're like, if Nintendo doesn't want to play ball,
Right.
well, if they did get a browser on there,
Right.
And you could go around that.
Xbox will
think
just
if
say,
Nintendo-
here's an optimized browser version.
I think
Right. That's a possibility.
if Nintendo got to the point where they weren't feeling that move, they would just disable the browser. I really feel like they would do that. They would.
I mean,
Hit the button,
listen, the relationship is
Yeah.
fairly decent right now. You know, obviously, we had the Minecraft. They've had the Ori. You know what I'm saying? The Cuphead. They've got a relationship.
Let me point out one more thing.
Yes.
It's like I told Orte last night. I said, look, you know, one of the reasons that Zelda sells 30+ million, that Mario sells 20+ million, is because like those are primarily the only games on that platform. Take all third parties, like in a realm. Tomorrow, all third parties off PlayStation. God of War's gonna sell 40+ million. Horizon Zero Dawn's gonna sell 40+ million because
so you think that third parties are gonna stop the sales of their first party?
I do. I think third party definitely. Third party competes with first party. Because if you look at it from a standpoint on sales, what's the top 5 games sold on every platform besides Switch? And the reason that they're not in the third party on Switch is because they're not there.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well,
I mean, it makes a huge amount of sense. Exactly what he's saying, and I do agree with it. I just believe that Nintendo's the outlier.
I agree. I think they're in their own space.
Believe they listen. They have done stuff that I just never truly believe that they can do. So I have to see that animal on their machine for me to and see the data behind it.
And that's what I was saying. Like, we couldn't know until we don't know how consumers would hacked.
Like, we went into a Switch topic. We got
that was kind of nuts.
We went.
Well, I told him not to super chat that. I told him not to yesterday.
But you
went into this whole.
No. I want to point that Addict said, "Let's move on."
Oh, please. Addict made this a topic. Time.
Let's go.
Moving on.
Win, Forte. You can't act like you won. Like,
he said he was next. Super chat, please.
Let's finish this up.
Yes.
I'm hungry as hell.
Perfect Shogun with the $5 super chat. Lord Assemble, welcome to the realm. Chat, time to hit that like button. No doubt.
Real, man.
Salute.
Then we got Boogie Downs, Everborn Saga, $5 super chat. Shout out to New York Undercover. King does low key look like Malik.
All right, let's keep going.
Move it on.
You try to say you got ashy lips.
Oh, damn.
Listen. That's why you see me every so often.
There we go, brother. You already know how we do. You know how we do. You know how we play.
Keep those lips fresh.
Exciting.
Then we have the Wise Old Gamer, $2 super chat. Hey, King and Addict, why don't you play Tetris?
Y'all so bad.
Moving on.
Then we have Brett Bingham, $5 super chat.
Bingham.
Brett Bingham.
If that's your last name, if that's your real name, that is hot.
It's fire.
I put money on WB or Bandai Namco, considering the Elden Ring teaser being bought by Microsoft before Capcom. Capcom is too picky to sell. And they're hot right now.
Just go in there and hostile takeover. We got enough bread to just run up in there and put our servers in.
No one's too picky to sell. It's just how much they willing to sell for.
Everybody has a price for the $1 million.
That's right. TCL, you heard that? You want the slander to stop? Put that bag in my lap.
Moving on from King, Corporate King.
Rocker Corey with the $2 super chat. Watch X-Cloud first come out on TCL TVs.
Yo, facts. Facts. And then there's the market.
King, why does my TCL come in a bag?
In a bag. Why is it a bag?
Doug, he's messy, yo. Assemble is so messy.
I mean, yes. I get it. When it's something you can put in your shopping cart as you're walking by, maybe you don't want to get that. Maybe I can't be disgusting. $3 super chat from Gaming Forte. I told you, bro. I win, Addict. Hashtag job done.
You want Addict next?
Go somewhere with that nonsense. Go somewhere with that nonsense.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. All right.
Okay, let's go.
Finally, the final topic 4 hours later.
Dear God.
Yes.
Can't win.
Yes. All right. So, Sav, you are
we should just do 2 topics a week.
Yeah. At this
point, real. Like, we've gotten to that point. Like,
at this point, but then y'all want to talk about Justice League. But anyway. Moving on. I'm messing with y'all. Okay. Sav, you're up.
Real quick. Thursday, we had a Square Enix Presents, a digital showcase of some upcoming games. And it was a little underwhelming, except for a few announcements. I'm not really going to get into the mobile phone stuff, because that's just not for us. Just Cause and Space Invaders AR, I guess, is a thing.
That was nice.
We got Avengers updates
Woo!
and news. We got a roadmap, which I was excited to
Holla.
see, just because we got a roadmap. And
Yes.
for people who are really into that game, I think that's a fair thing to expect and want. We got a reveal of the Wakanda expansion, and
Yes.
they're naming it an expansion, which is important, which means it should be a
Someone in the
decent...
chat's name, get to the point already.
That's the name. That's his name. I love it. Yeah.
Get to the point already. That's the
And
name.
he's like, codes. Give more codes. Jesus.
Codes.
Yeah, he wants
I'm
the free
done.
game. He love an addict.
Oh, he
with the
wants
codes.
freebies.
Yeah, he
For
want the
Addict, you
freebies.
have
I'll
anything for him?
drop some codes in the chat.
Yeah,
I'm
he
done.
out here pocket
Oh,
watching
that's
codes.
right.
So-
Y'all stuck around. Y'all getting some codes.
And then we got Yuji Naka's latest Battle in Wonderworld.
Yes.
I love that.
Setting the world on fire.
It's nice.
And we got a few more details on Outriders, obviously coming to Game Pass day one.
Yeah. Lit.
But the biggest things coming out of this kind of direct style presentation was the fact that Project Athia, the PlayStation exclusive game, now has its final name. It's called Forspoken, and it looks pretty cool. I like the fact that we have a woman of color as
Yes.
the protagonist in the game. It looks
Salute.
fantastic.
They're
So
trying to cancel her early too.
like we said, this is what PlayStation does. This is what they're going to continue to do. Second party partnerships for exclusives. They're going to continue to do that, and they're going to be successful at doing it because once, as you see, as Project Athia, it's another third person game, action game. Is so that's the home for that. And then beyond that, we got the newest Life is Strange game announced. I know Cognito's going to like this. True Colors.
Yes.
And it is coming. I like the premise. Like it's the fact that this person can sort of see people's feelings and it's represented as colors, and it's a mystery about her brother's death. And if you buy the big edition, whatever it is, you will get the remasters for the original Life is Strange and Before the Storm.
Yeah, I do want that.
So all in all, kind of underwhelming. The Project Athia stuff was cool. The Outriders sort of explanation more, and obviously for people who are looking forward to Avengers and haven't played it yet, or people who are looking to come back to the game. I was surprised that I didn't see a Game Pass announcement for Avengers, man. I really thought that was going to be a thing because that's the way I see that game continuing to live.
I feel you. I think in time though, with maybe with the Wakanda joint later in the year, because right now I think, let's be real, like they going for Outriders probably was the big
was money.
Yeah.
It was money. So that's it. Nothing huge to speak of. I don't know what you guys thought about it.
Assemble. He's still here and alive, and kids are breathing.
And the kids are good.
Yeah.
Just checking in on them.
Yeah, salute to
Pizza
you.
just came. He was like, eat up, drink, be married.
You're not my kid. You don't get water.
Out of control. Salute.
That's what's up.
So the SquareEnixPresents. What was your thoughts on it? Standouts, your feelings?
I mean, for me, it's Marvel's Avengers, and half the chat will probably just be like, "Nope, boo, done, don't care." For me, that was great. I love to speak on that one because that is a game that I do play quite a bit. To hear about like the Wakanda expansion and to actually see a roadmap, as you guys were saying, I was happy to see that. There are some issues with it still, obviously, but it's really nice to see that we had all of the next gen updates, and then Square comes out, and we have a few minutes at least dedicated to it to show what we're gonna plan to do for the year. No dates, no hard dates, because I think, I think it's a good thing in my opinion, because because they had so many problems, I think that if they put hard dates to say March is this, April, July, September, and October is Wakanda. If you don't hit the Wakanda DLC in the year or at a specific month, I mean, you're already toast with most of the audience.
Oh yeah.
So I think that it's a good thing that they actually have a roadmap, and it's just good timing. They lined it up as best they could. So this is kind of their last shot, I think.
I think
that was the big one for me.
I think they sort of, and it just sort of the quietness on Spider-Man for the PlayStation audience was. I mean, they said they're working on it, but the fact that I think people expected it to be ready fairly soon, and that's not.
I know, and a lot of people, like at least on my channel in the comments this weekend has been no Spider-Man, no Spider-Man. And I'm like, I know, but they are a year behind on their projected roadmap where they were supposed to be. Wakanda was already Hawkeye was already supposed to be out in whatever December. So we're a full year behind. I don't think Spider-Man, if they can keep the Sony deal, great, because I have no idea. I wonder if there was an expiry date on that at all.
I think it's from launch. If they, at first I think they purchased that outright, right? Because to have a Spider-Man swinging on the Xbox console, I think Sony couldn't stomach it. Right? Especially after what they built up that franchise to be on the PlayStation brand, and then it became synonymous with the PlayStation and the PlayStation 4 era. So to your point, I don't know the details about it, but I don't think they will ever let that character exist.
No, I think you're right, King, and I think that but I think you're probably a year away when we're talking in February, March. To go, here's Spider-Man. And you know what? Maybe it's going to be, I like to be optimistic. Maybe it turns out that they can say, instead of a hour-and-a-half DLC, here's a 4-hour Spider-Man like we've put everything into it and we're ending it with that. Maybe they do something like that.
I don't think they want that negative press though. You know, I think because of the Outriders, they're trying to have a nice landing with that game because it's a really hard market to crack and to be successful in. They want to do that. They put out the positive with the Hawkeye and the other DLC that was before it, and then the Maestro, and then you have the positives with Black Panther that is coming as well. I think if you drop Spider-Man right now and it's an exclusive type of situation, it's great for the PlayStation market, but then the other markets gets to rage at you. I think they want to have enough goodwill, like you said, and it is, here you go. So it could be done, right? But they're like, right now, we just don't want to just destroy.
We can barely, we're getting the new current generation to work.
Right.
And trying to get what was 90% of their PC player base left and jumped like after 2 months. So you're trying to get an audience to buy the game or to turn it back on again. That's the first hurdle. And then they're going to go from there. Outriders is one, like you guys have mentioned. That's one that I'm very curious to see. And like King, you said, it's a very tough market to jump into. And seeing the demos and the gameplay already, I'm like, looks cool. I like how it looks and how it seems to play. And there's a lot of dynamics for characters, but like for their moves, their skills and abilities. But I worry that from what we see, that it is a very hollowed out Destiny light. There's not enough to do. I worry that it is mission jumping to be like, just go to X, run into a field of guys, hit them out, move on to the next checkpoint. And I worry that it's got a great shot though on Game Pass. It's as good of a shot you're going to get with 17, 18 million players.
I think that's where it can exist, where Anthem didn't have that leg. Right. And I think now that Xbox Game Pass has matured to the state that it's in, because Anthem couldn't launch before when Game Pass wasn't as mature as it is now. Now you can see the data behind it, and it's more viable for this game to get some life.
Are they still holding that line that Outriders isn't a service-based game? Like,
they're kind of going away saying, hey, they're not like Destiny, you know, they're not live service. They're very still. I know, but to live in Game Pass, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Yeah,
because that's the expectation. Isn't that like the expectation? Anybody who plays that game, it just feels like that's what it is. And you know, even though you say, oh, we have a 30-hour campaign, you can start and finish, and that's it.
They've been dying on that sword.
There might be something extra,
we'll see.
Later.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'll jump in real quick. Look, what's that joint, King? There's a war going on outside. The Mobb Deep joint?
Yes, I was going to play that today.
You know what I'm saying? You can run, look, it's a war going on. To me, this whole conference was a philosophy conference for me. I didn't look at it as a Square conference. I looked at it as these are two companies, and shout out to Game On Day. I said this with on yesterday with Gaz and Asa, is that you look at the approaches. Sony's sitting there and they're like, okay, was it Forspoken? Final Fantasy VII Remake, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do this timed exclusive thing, whether it be 16. A year, Final Fantasy 16, integrate and all, remake, and like, this is our approach. We're going to take these titles, whether it be 1 year, 2 year, right? And put this joint over here where it's synonymous with the PlayStation 5. And then you look at Microsoft and it's like, okay, what's the hottest joint right now? You know what I'm saying? That's the next thing that's about to drop. And we've all said, like, we've never seen third-party AAA day and date, right? So then they're going, okay, Outriders. You know what I'm saying? And that came together like almost like it felt late. Like I mean, it felt like out of nowhere because let's be real. Like,
you guys hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Like the demo came out, and you would think that they would have kind of got people ahead on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the demo came out, I played it. I don't know if they get. So it's a good experiment to see how that really affects. Does that make PlayStation users or people say, "Hey, I'm getting it over there"? You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Since you said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That demo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it was like something was contingent on Microsoft saying yes to see the demo?
That's what I
reaction?
would think. Like, I don't know, right? But I agree. I know where you're going, kid, because you already
Right.
you are where I'm at. To me, it felt last minute, and it felt like
Yeah.
maybe they used the demo to gauge engagement,
interest,
and
right.
interest, and then see what was going on, and then they like, yo, this is doing them. They seen people
Could have probably been a huge spike.
right, and then let's be honest. To Assemble's point, we all know from Square standpoint. Marvel Avengers did not hit the way it was supposed to hit. For all
Right.
that investment, for all that money, the Marvel license, this thing was supposed to be a mega hit with crazy legs. They are now trying to reinvent themselves. So maybe Square says to themselves, like, yo, we can't have another Marvel Avengers situation. Let's
Right.
put it in this base. We see what Destiny's doing with Beyond Light. We see their
Perfect
engagement
storm.
through the roof. They're in the top 10 all the time as far as gameplay, even top 5, top 3, right?
Right.
So now let's give our new IP this great life with this 20 million automatically off the rip, right? Game Pass.
22 ahead.
Yes, Game.
Had 20.
It's up to 22 now. I
22
gave
ahead.
you 20 to be nice, but now we're
Yeah,
up to 22.
I was gonna say
I was
that
playing
earlier. I
nice.
was like,
Now he's 22. But anyway.
22 ahead.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't sound too bad.
No, you don't sound too bad. You just
You sound like you on the road.
You're on the road, though. You're on the work.
I am. I'll keep
sound
myself
horrible.
muted.
Not
Yeah, just keep
terrible.
yourself muted. So look, at the end of the day, it's a war going on outside. This is, to me, the new battle, right? If Microsoft's going to gauge how this affects these third-party games, if they go in there and how much
disassemble.
and much engagement, you know what I'm saying? And it's a fun thing because we know what Sony going to do because we heard about it even before the Bethesda, even though before Microsoft took ZeniMax, right? We heard they were interested in Starfield at one point. This
know
is
what,
fun. Go ahead, Attic.
You know what? I think honestly happened. Now, obviously, I could be wrong. I don't have access to information about Game Pass stuff.
Right.
I think what happened is, I think that demo came out.
Mhm.
I think it had, a lot of traffic playing the demo, and I think Microsoft saw that there was mixed messaging about the demo, and I don't know who contacted who.
That's what I'm
but
curious.
I know Microsoft was like, yo, I think they, it's mixed messaging, Square, I see that. And, they just got destroyed by that mark. It's like, I think
You destroyed.
You destroyed, yeah. You in the bushes now. Damn, you were doing good. You were doing good, but
I
you were in the
think
bushes.
that's pro.
we're fine now.
No.
Is it fine now? Is it fine now?
Yes, go. Hurry up, because you
Does
were
it
about
sound fine now?
Yes, go.
Better.
Okay. Sorry, but I was just like, what I think happened is they were able to get that, pretty cheap.
Mhm.
And I think that it's not that long. I don't think it's going to be in there for like 6 months to a year.
Okay.
I think it's probably going to be in there to 3 months.
That's
and
it.
I
You
think
paying
the
that bread,
reason-
you got to get a
Because
year
if the game does what's
minimum. If
I'm
you
gonna
pay, if
go
you
with-
paying
the
that
thing
bread,
is,
you got to get more than 3
I
months.
think that game.
Okay.
I think that game's supposed to be in there long enough to gauge interest and then be yanked out for people to buy it.
I don't know. Very good.
Assemble, what you was gonna say?
No, I just think that it's a game that, to me, you have so many like it, and where you guys are talking about, like, it's mixed messaging. I'm like, well, is it games as a service?
Right.
Is it not?
Mhm.
No, it's got single player. It's 30 hours.
Mm.
It's not clear, and I think
I think what that is they don't want to, for some reason, we're huge Destiny fans.
Mhm.
People that try to compete with Destiny as a games as a service always
Yeah.
fail.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that they're not trying, like, that game is definitely games as a service, but they're not going to say it. They want you to play that vanilla campaign and then just slowly get you more stuff to play. And then like a year from now, yeah, it's a games as a service. We just didn't want to tell anyone it's done. Like,
Continue, Assemble, because I want to get.
no, and that I think it gives them almost that guarantee, and whether it's 3 months or a year or whatever on Game Pass,
Mhm.
it's a guarantee to know that we can do maybe a lot better and get way more exposure. Because for me,
Mhm.
Outriders is not a game that I'm going to turn around on my PlayStation and buy day
Right.
one.
Thank you.
Facts. I wasn't
$60.
going to.
I'm not, because
Mhm.
it's time, it's mind share. There's enough other stuff to play and that is coming out. Unless you've been following this and you're really eager, like
Right.
unless you've got
Yep.
your mind on it and I want to play that.
Right.
And to your guys' point, if I got both, or I have the Series S or my 1X or whatever, I'm gonna turn around and go, yeah, I want to play it, but $20.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play it over here.
Right.
So I think it gets more exposure to the audience immediately, and if Xbox likes it and it turns into a banger, then great, then everyone wins, right?
And not to mention that what we are seeing too is we're seeing people that had it pre-ordered on PlayStation cancel on PlayStation.
Good.
And they're getting it on Xbox. And,
Good.
And
Go get little man and cut out the middleman. Get little man and cut out the middleman. Yeah.
What they want is they what they want is, because I'm assuming Outriders is going to have microtransactions and stuff like that, and if you're forcing people, and they're not forcing, but you give them the value of Game Pass over $70, they're gonna pick Game Pass every time. Right. And now they're on Game Pass buying microtransactions, and that's going to my.
Right.
All right.
He's in the bushes.
So
no, I keep muting myself because I don't want to like ruin the audio.
That's okay. Yeah, we gotta go because you're botting now.
I just feel I feel at this point right now. First, I don't think it's gonna be no 3 months. That's to be honest with you, and I think it's going to stay there forever. Now I know that's wishing on a star, right, King? Okay, this is how
like Cyberpunk did.
Well, Cyberpunk never came out. Cyberpunk never came out.
That was a shot. Oh my god, because the next gen patch.
It launched for you, but when the patch come out and they come out, then I'm gonna say I told you so. But anyway, it didn't launch on next gen.
Man, that's too capping. So it doesn't launch to you till it goes in Game Pass. That's not how the world works.
Listen,
time. Get to this
in
topic.
My world, how I say my world works, like you do, right? So it works this way. It didn't launch on next gen consoles.
Well, that is world that at least in reality.
You're playing a back-to-back game. All right, so I'm not gonna play that. That didn't come out. I did not buy this console for that. But I say this, right? I think that game is gonna, once it does its numbers, and I think it's gonna do truly well, to be honest with you, because I see a lot of people on my friends are still playing the demo now, talking about maxing out their characters because that character information holds over when the game actually launches. So this is kind of great. That was a kind of ingenious thing to let everybody know that all the stuff that you're doing now is not in vain. If you max out all your characters now, you get to try out which characters you like the most. And then when the game does launch, the materials don't go over, but your experience and everything does. So now you're not starting at base level.
I think, King, is I think that 3 to 6 months. I think that right before it goes out of Game Pass, they're gonna pull like a Marvel Avengers, where it's like mad cheap. They're announcing it's coming in like that next, because we're not getting a patch for next gen right off the bat. Like that's coming down the road. And I think all that's going to happen around the time it goes out of Game Pass to encourage the Xbox people that love the game to buy it on Xbox.
To stay on it. Well, just my quick synopsis on the Square thing, because we're
in the bushes on time. Jesus.
Listen, I thought it was great. I thought Sony did a great job, and Square did a great job in presenting these games and giving a name to some of these games and showing a little bit more of these games in their light. It just, to be honest with you, they're starting to look the same to me. Right? They're starting to look indistinguishable between each other, and I think Sony is going to start to fall into that trap. They need to diversify now. They need to step back and diversify their portfolio, because a lot of these games are starting to look the same. And I know some Sony dudes are going to be like, but they look great, King. Yeah, but if you get the great same meal that looks the same, tastes the same, it's the same, then what's to stop you from trying other things? Do something different. It's great. I'm going to purchase maybe one of those games. I'm intrigued by one of those games. Outriders, great. I think Square had a solid show. It just gave you a peek into what's going on. But this whole thing to me was to revive Marvel. To revive Marvel Avengers, to get that interest back in it. So they had the other games that you wanted to know more about, but they mainly put this here to get this Marvel, because they got to get their money back. They want their money back for all the money that they put in. That license is not cheap. The license costs a lot. The development time that went into it, and it's a solid game. They just need to tweak some things, and to give me that Wakanda, that Black Panther, that feeling. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh my god!"
I threw it up. I was ready, son. I was like,
Yeah.
let's go.
I like the fact that they, like you said, King. I think for them, they really need to, in terms of trying to get their money back for Avengers.
Yeah.
They were in the red because of Avengers last year. Because they did so well with FF7 remake, and then Avengers tanked them.
Yeah.
And I don't know that they ever get that back, but I do think that's why my surprise that, obviously, yes, they have Outriders now. Having 2 games from the Square Enix library in Game Pass at the same time is probably a little crazy. But I thought that was the big splash to make, to be like, listen, we know we need to get people back on board with this game. But at the same time, I realized that they haven't given the people who were there day one and purchased that game, they haven't given them the reason to continue to be there. And I know a lot of people would be pissed off if all of a sudden that game went free to play or aren't in Game Pass. So I get that part.
They're gonna have to pull a Division 2. Let that stuff be like $5 on Steam, Xbox.
Yeah, no, look, man. So something. If you got Game Pass, get it for $1.
But it's real interesting what you guys, the sort of angle you took on it. It was interesting to me because it is true. It's one company catering to 2 different audiences when you talk about Xbox and PlayStation.
Basically, Square is eating off of these 2 fighting each other with this philosophy, because they're like, oh, you want Forspoken, you want Final Fantasy regular, you gonna have to pay me up.
Selling arms to both sides.
Yeah, and there's like, as Xbox, you want Outriders? Okay, you give me that bag and I'll give it to you day and day. Square is eating, like they are playing both sides so well.
And you know what's funny? I could totally see Square in like meetings with Microsoft and Sony where they're like, look, man, it's like that Final Fantasy 7 remake. They ain't nothing I can do, but what I could do for you.
That's not for you. That's not for you.
Yeah, like, you want us to extend that integrate. I mean, Phil asked us to put Final Fantasy 7
full of AR-15. We can show you the shotguns. We can't show you no shotguns though.
I could see the Square in a meeting with Sony, and they're like, we want this and that. It's like, well, we just made exclusive. We just brought the Octopath Traveler low-key going.
Facts, Octopath Traveler. I forgot about that. Yeah, like, bro, they are playing this so, because remember, Sony doesn't have Octopath Traveler.
No,
I believe
Nintendo did.
Nintendo had it and now it's Xbox and PC.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is an interesting thing.
I want my money back.
No doubt. Yo, shout out to the Wild Zone Gamer. It says it now. He bought the mask and the tee. No doubt. Salute. We got to wrap up.
Guys is out here.
Yeah,
are we done?
We got to get out here.
Keep in mind, people that buy this merchandise, man. We want to see you guys with it, man.
No, they do. They be throwing it up. I'll be tweeting.
Oh no, did you see Hustle and Motivate?
My man K Asante. Yeah. They be throwing it up. Super chats got to get out of here. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get out. Let's go.
East Texas. Yeah. East Texas Alex, $5 super chat. Great show, guys. Y'all helped me laugh all the way through my 12-hour shift. One of the best shows around. Wow, man. Yeah. Remind me of me, sir. I appreciate that. Michael, aka Best Eyes Finest, $5 super chat. Just stopping by to say hello. Enjoying my vacation in Orlando with no kids. God bless. Say less.
That man happy to be away from his kids.
Yeah, he's happy to get out of here.
God bless. Say less.
Here with no kids.
King, keep it Xbox all day.
You know he is.
Right, baby.
You know he is.
Then we have Douglas Lowe with the $10 super chat. I stand by my 75-inch TCL with its table from Krieger, even though my Series X will never go near it. I was like Sony Evo deal after hearing Xbox Bethesda.
No doubt. What else we got?
Did we get anything else after Douglas Lowe? I think we're good.
We good? All right, cool, man. Let's get up out of here. The poll, new ILP poll, and it's actually up on lordsofgaming.net right now. So go check that out. To the question with the we got another one, Saf.
Yeah, we got one more from Mass Erect. $2 super chat. Thanks for the great show, guys. That's the only way I'm gonna say it.
Extra.
Thanks for the great show, guys. Coming from the 6.
He's from the 6. He's from.
Here we go. That's right, Drake.
Okay, he repping that Assemble life for the 6.
I'm only saying your name like that. That's it.
Wow, disrespectful. Anyway, the new LordsGaming.net polls up, man, with the latest Square Enix Presents event revealing Forspoken as a PS5 console exclusive, and Outriders is launching day and date in Game Pass. Which strategy do you prefer heading into the next generation? The choices are A, Forspoken exclusivity. Make gamers buy the console. B, Outriders in Game Pass. Make gamers subscribe to your service. Or C, it's all fun and games until Switch locks down my favorite exclusive at 720p. Those are the choices. Rock the vote when it goes up. Lord Assemble rocking with us for 15 hours at a podcast, just neglecting his children, but staying in the realm and rocking with us. It is an absolute pleasure. And hold on. Oh, no. Before I get ready, but we got, I get ready to think. But yo, where can people find you? What you got going on, sir?
First of all, thank you for having me. I had a blast. Like, I seriously did. I had a really good time. Clearly, because I'm like, I can't go. I'm not going to go deal with those people. So I had a really great time. If anybody's interested at all, you can go to youtube.com/AssembleShow, because it's all nerdy content every single day of the week, covering games, Marvel, DC, Justice League, all of that. Launched my Patreon, patreon.com/AssembleShow for exclusive content. The one piece that I'm excited to have up there by next week actually is I'm doing retrospective cartoon series covering things starting off with like X-Men the animated series season 1, giving patrons a deep dive look at the show overview, cast characters, and season 1, and going just nitty gritty deep into that.
Oh, that's fire!
All the stuff that we love as a kid.
Call me when you do G.I. Joe and Transformers.
I will. G1 Transformers is on the list.
Yeah.
And Beast Wars is on the list.
I want to be a part of the G1.
I'm looking right now. Assemble Show, one word.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, is it Assemble with the exclamation point? Is your YouTube channel there?
That's the YouTube channel. Yeah.
Assemble with the exclamation point.
Assemble! Point and then show.
No, just assemble.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, just assemble.
Yeah, assemble and just put exclamation point. You'll find it on YouTube. Continue to assemble.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to talk to the people.
And then just twitter.com/assemble_show. If you guys want to hang out, talk to me there. But yeah, there's nerdy content every single day of the week. And guys, thank you so much for having me. It was a blast.
Absolute pleasure, brother.
And I want to give a special shout out to our mods in the chat.
Yeah,
put the link up.
Just
put the link
up.
The
Hustle and Motivate got the link up.
I found you.
Hustle and Motivate, thank you, brother. He's got the link up. Yeah, he's got the Patreon. He's got everything up in there. Go on, guys.
Subscribe right now, brother.
Attic, you were saying something? Or Attic's muted? Okay.
No, I was just wanting to say, I appreciate all the mods. I don't check that chat anymore, but you guys keep it toxic free, and people feel comfortable talking.
Yeah, thank you, mods. You guys are on fire, man. I see you guys are in there cutting heads off, getting crazy. I see y'all. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Attic, can you talk to the people about where they can find you?
I can't talk right now.
All right, cool. You're in the bushes. Attic's in the bushes. He thanks everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Catch Attic playing that game with me later.
No doubt. Solve. Where can the people find you?
No, now I can.
He's back.
You can catch me. I think that game comes out the end of the month, King.
Yeah, me and you can buy it. We good. I'm down with that. If it's not inside Game Pass, it's certain games that
only one of you has to buy it. Only one of you has to buy it.
Okay, so Attic can buy it.
That's coming out of the ILP bank.
Exactly, right? We playing for the channel.
No facts. Continue. Solve.
Yeah, no doubt. Assemble. Amazing content, man. I love the fact that you realize that we're like long form and you feel the same way. You just want to talk about what you want to talk about, and we could have talked about Justice League the whole damn show.
Facts.
Justice League, watching it on your TCL.
Exactly.
No.
So fantastic, man.
Your eyes, you gonna catch cataracts.
You definitely have a new fan in me. So thank you for rocking with us too. That's the difficult thing for people to stay 3 hours. And you know what I'm about to go do. So you can catch me back here next week.
No doubt. Lord King with an hour and 30 minutes worth of TCL slander throughout this entire podcast. Hijacking. Where can the people find you, sir?
Well, if they wanted to stop, drop the bag. Anyway, I definitely want to say Assemble. Thank you. I mean, not since Nintendo Guru, God bless his soul, has somebody popped on and I've seen his background and said, like really, and knowing where you purchase stuff from, but looking for little things. So listen, like I said, I subscribe to your YouTube. I'm definitely going to check out all that information. And listen, guys, he only had a limited time and he rocked out the whole time. So please, I want everybody that's watching,
go over there, man.
Go over there and subscribe and watch his stuff. A true collector, a real collector. He has thought in his background, and I respect your thought in the background.
There's Batgirl #1 down there.
Ooh, nice.
Batgirl.
You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about.
That was
$2.
Like that thing's worth like $900 right now.
Wow.
And do me a favor, Hustle. Put his Twitter in the chat too.
Yes, please, because I'm gonna go add him right now. Just I do appreciate your time, and I do appreciate you rocking out and contributing 100%.
Thanks,
you,
man.
you guys. I'm working down here, so I'm almost finished with the media room. These are placeholders that's up here. A lot of these cells as placeholders, and I got other statues that's gonna go in there. Like for Black Bolt, I got Medusa that's gonna be with him and Lockjaw. Purple room is getting done. Red room is almost done. I'm gonna do a room tour. KOS is coming. I already recorded the stuff for Green Goblin. I just haven't got it, to Attic. But you guys rocking out with us. It humbles me every time on Sunday. To be honest with you, you guys are the best. The best super chats, the best channel, the best time from being from the beginning to 400 and some change still here at the end just to hear me talk crap. Follow me on Twitter, King David OTW, on Xbox, same thing. On PlayStation, whenever I go and recover my account, is Xbox 360 Lover 01. I'm not trolling. I'm Lord. Serious. You can see me as that little monkey icon because I want Ape Escape back. Please, somebody yell at Sony to get Ape Escape back.
No, they kind of shut down Japan Studios, so that might be a wrap.
Yeah, well, Microsoft, go buy Japan Studios and let's get Ape Escape on Xbox.
No doubt.
That's it, sir.
Yo, so okay, get us. Who was talking?
Let me just say something real quick.
Yeah.
Members, Patreon, I'm going to be posting that what you want us to play. Keep in mind that if you're double dipping, you'll get 2 votes. I'm sorry, but if you're double dipping, that's just how it is. Be looking out for that. I'll probably have that up the next hour.
No.
We didn't even get a chance to talk to Cog about his VR experience.
Yeah, no, I didn't get a chance to set up, so it wasn't nothing to talk about. So, super chats, because we had a couple
no doubt.
Rand.
We got Rand with the $5 super chat. Cog wants me to play Destiny 2, only to ditch me on a Saturday night. Shame.
Yeah, blame IGN.
Shout out to Rand though, right? Rand was low-key forced to play Destiny, and he comes in the party looking to play Destiny.
No, he was in it. It's on me. I messed up.
I told you before, stop messing with this fraud and just hit me.
I play with him. Stop.
No.
Listen, Rand, I'm on all day. Rand,
I wasn't calling him a fraud. I said he came into the party looking to play.
No, he calling me a fraud. That's what he tried to do.
Fraud.
Yeah, he tried to do what he's doing.
Rand, I'm on all day. Hit me up. We're friends, man.
Listen, man, I apologize. It was a trial situation that popped off, and the IGN guys matched up with us, and we lost, and they was talking wild crazy, and I was mad in my feelings. Yeah. They matched us up in trials. I didn't even know, and while the match is going on, they sending messages, ha, he. They talking wild crazy. So we lost. We got smoked like a cigarette. I was mad at Sinister. I was mad at Kai. I wanted to get back, and then that turned into a 3-hour affair, and I never messaged Red back until it was over, and I was mad that I went to bed.
See, I was up, and I saw them playing trials, and I was up, and I started playing Rage.
Yeah.
Rand, yep, man, I got you.
Yeah, I was in my feelings. Rand, that's on me. I was in my feelings. We will get it back. We got the other super chats. Yes, please.
Yeah. Before the next super chat, we just Wise Old Gamer. Let's give the Wise Old Gamer some love, guys. He wrote, Iron Lord's podcast. I have to run medication time. Pray for me tomorrow. If all goes well, I will no longer have to keep going daily to the hospital, and I can finally play some games with you. So everybody, show some love to Wise Old Gamer. Thank you for always coming through, brother.
Facts.
Guys, I gotta jump off.
Yeah, go, big brother, please. No, go.
I love this place.
Love you, brother. It was a pleasure. An absolute
pleasure. If I can come back anytime.
Oh, we have you back, brother. Yeah,
anytime.
I subscribe to your stuff, guys.
Actually,
I absolutely love it.
When you come on once, it's easier to get you on again.
Yes. Appreciate you, brother. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much, brother.
Take care.
Thank you.
Don't get a TCL. It's
savage.
Then we have, I was missing this today. Lord Roughness with the £5 super chat. Great show as standard, Lords. Team Green is killing it. No doubt. Thank you, brother. And then we got John G with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Rand. Because of him and Xbox 2, I found the funniest podcast I ever heard at work.
Salute. Thank you, brother. Yeah, salute to Rand, man. He always shows love. He's a good friend, even though he slandered me. He's a good friend. Look, again, Assemble, much love. It was fantastic. The man rocked out with us when he was only supposed to be here for an hour. So we love and appreciate that. We got the poll. Anybody else got any announcements before we get up on out of here? Because that's all I got. But look, more fun stuff, big stuff planned in the realm. Trust me, y'all gonna like it. It's lit. That's all I got with this note. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.